Right off the bat, Roxanne, this is in your backyard. And you know the old expression, not in my backyard, right?
Sure.
And you know what the acronym for that is, right? Not in my backyard.
Yeah, NIMBY.
Exactly. Ding, 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 ding. NIMBY, not in my backyard. So what is happening as we launch the MJ Morning Show here on a Monday morning, all new week? Oh, by the way, the Powerball Mega Millions. I flushed a bunch of coin down the toilet this weekend. I don't know. Did you, Fester? You're chuckling over there.
Yeah.
Did you buy any tickets?
Yeah, I went for $20 on.
Yeah. So I flushed my ticket down the toilet. I didn't have anything. I didn't have the Powerball or the Mega Millions, Mega Ball. I had nothing. I mean, zero, zilch, bupkis. We'll get into that in a second because there are big numbers for tonight and tomorrow. These almost impossible to win jackpots have climbed significantly. Hang on, we'll get to that in a minute. So back over to Roxanne as we launch a whole new week of crap casting here on the MJ Morning Show. MJ, Fester, Roxanne, Froggy's back tomorrow. Sure he'll have something to say about his family at my house yesterday.
Oh, they came to visit?
Oh, yeah, you didn't see the picture on my Instagram, did you?
No, I
we'll
didn't.
get to that in a second. Folks, it is essential that you follow my Instagram because it is absolutely a partnership with this show. My personal Instagram, certified MJ Radio. Well, listen, a lot of things that happen on my Instagram make it onto the show, but there's a picture of Froggy's young kid in Froggy's pickup truck, which Kim, Froggy's wife, drove to my house yesterday afternoon, and it's a very intriguing picture, and it's on my Instagram. We'll get into it later on. Certified MJ Radio. So I always encourage all of our listeners to, if you're on Instagram, to give me a follow. Certified MJ Radio. And there's a story to be told this morning here on the program. All right, back over to Roxanne and NIMBY. Do you have any idea what NIMBY situation is happening in your hood?
I think I do. Are you talking about a cell tower?
Did you just look it up?
No, I've heard people talking about this, but
Fester,
I don't know
what's
where
on, Fester, what's on Roxanne's screen right now?
No, it's a screensaver.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it is?
Yeah.
So you didn't look it up?
No.
Okay. All right. I'm even more impressed. All right.
I'm looking it up now because I'm trying to get the details right if
All
this is something you want to talk about.
So you knew about the Philippine Cultural Center?
Yeah.
How'd you know about that? When did you hear about this?
Over the weekend?
How did you hear about it over the weekend?
I saw something online.
Yeah.
That's where we get most of our information. It wasn't like I was having coffee at the diner by my house. And there was a buzz. Everyone was eating eggs and bacon and talking about the new cell tower coming to West Chase and said, not in my town.
NIMBY.
It's not going to happen.
No,
NIMBY.
NIMBY, not in my backyard.
Well,
So-
I say NIMPT.
And literal what? Not in my town. Not in my nymph.
NIMPT.
Nymph. What about nymph? Can you come up with one for that one? All right. So in Roxanne's hood, which is West Chase, there's a company that wants to build a new cell tower to be used by T-Mobile. And it's a 200-foot tower, and there are a couple of schools nearby, and the Philippine Cultural Center. So you were not aware that there was a Philippine Cultural Center in West Chase?
I was not aware until now. No.
Hold on. You don't go there for Ponsit Palooza?
Well, I mean, it's been on the calendar, but we've just never made it.
Oh, my
No.
God. Ponsit Palooza, man. Woo!
That's a good time.
I love me some Ponsit. You ever have Ponsit?
Nope.
If it's not good, if it's crappy Ponsit, I call it I better not say that. No. I'm a huge. I like Filipino food or Philippines food, and Ponsit is like a very thin, very like a capellini, even thinner than like an angel hair.
Yeah, thin noodle.
Yeah.
Is it a rice noodle?
It can be, but
Yeah.
I don't know if it always is. But when I was in Virginia Beach, Norfolk, and I was doing nights, I was like, 21 years old. We had an intern, Rachel. Rachel, the intern, was Filipino. and she used to bring in pancit that her mother used to make. And it's like the very thin, like vermicelli or capellini, very, very thin noodle. And I'm trying to remember if it's a rice noodle or if it's a regular. I can't, but it's fantastic with like vegetables and like chicken. Pancit, good stuff. Anyway, I wonder if they ever have Pancit Palooza at the Philippine Cultural Center in West Chase.
They should.
Bottom line here is, Roxanne, is that the Philippine Center, clearly they're like leasing land to the cell phone tower.
Yep.
And they want to put up a 200-foot cell tower
Yeah.
disguised as a tree. You know those?
Yeah.
You know those? They. I've seen ones that look. I mean, they still don't look like a tree, but I've seen ones that are better looking than others, where it's a better looking fake cell tower tree. So a bunch of families and parents, they don't want this 200-foot tower over their homes, and they're concerned about the radio waves, and there are 2 schools nearby.
There are 2 schools nearby. There's one school, Mary Bryant, which is right there. I mean, literally across the street from where they're wanting to build it.
All right, so you know the schools.
Yes, I
All
know
right.
the schools. I know the area.
All right.
I don't pass by that exact. I mean, this place is 5 minutes. Where they want to build is 5 minutes from where I live.
Mhm.
But I don't drive past that, except for when I have one particular babysitter who lives in a neighborhood called Nine Eagles, and Nine Eagles is like in the direction of where this tower is.
All right.
So there's so much nature back there,
right.
so much nature. So I can see
Well,
why these people would find it to be ill-placed.
Well, a lot of the nature there who have cell phones, they're complaining that they need better signal service. So you got the, I believe, the Florida Panthers and the turtles in there.
Yes.
And the deer and the aardvarks. They're looking for better cell service.
The squirrels.
And the squirrels. Oh, absolutely. So, Roxanne,
Yes.
essentially, you don't have T-Mobile, do you?
No, I don't. But I will tell you, I have AT&T,
Right.
and we have terrible service
so you-
around West Chase as well.
This is only T-Mobile, so
I understand that.
You don't give a crap.
Yeah.
If it only helps T-Mobile folks,
Damn it.
Fester, can you just
Well,
turn
his cell
your-
service is working.
Yeah, your cell service, which is rare because the cell service here in our complex, the old Koger Center, was this Bay Point?
Yeah.
The cell service here is a horror show for, I think, everyone. My Verizon is horrendous here. Your AT&T is horrendous here. But you don't give a flying crap because you don't have T-Mobile.
No, I mean, it's not going to make my life any better.
And,
I noticed the weirdest tick about you, MJ.
And one last thing. Are you leaving early because there is a 9 a.m. meeting at the county center this morning? There's a hearing on the cell tower. So are you leaving early?
I'm going to let my neighborhood representatives take care of that. But I'm interested in how it turns out.
And what's the tick?
The tick is you don't just say, hey, Rox, have you heard about the cell tower going up? It's like, have you been, do you have it on your screen right now? Did you pull it up on your computer? It's always a gotcha moment. Just ask, hey, does this affect you, Rox? Hey, just curious.
I just wanted to know if you were aware of it or because a lot of times.
It was a gotcha moment.
No, it was not. It's just a lot of times you'll quickly Google something if you don't know about it. And I was just curious if you'd already heard about the cell tower controversy in West Chase or not. That's it. That's all. At 6:08, just getting rolling here on a Monday morning. Back in minutes. Don't move. It's Pat with traffic.
The Rubenstein Law.
It is the MJ Morning Show on Q105. MJ here, Fester, Roxanne, Monday morning. Hopefully your weekend was decent. You know what we did on Friday morning that we now have a ton more information on? That maniac on that American Airlines flight. It was last Tuesday night, and it took a while for the story to get out. I think we were probably the first in the whole market to talk about this on Friday morning because the videos were not posted on social media until Thursday night. And nobody, no local media, no radio, no TV, no print, internet, no one had this story. And for whatever reason, it took a couple of days for it to get out. It happened on Tuesday night. It was an American Airlines flight from Tampa International to Philadelphia. And this dude named Patel, who's got a local Tampa address, this guy flipped out on the airplane. Other passengers had to take him down, put him in a headlock. So we brought this up on Friday morning show, and we had audio from a video clip that was posted on Twitter, or now X. And we only had one clip. Now we have 3 different clips. We'll get into this later on. But we know the guy's name who was put into a headlock. He's been charged with battery. The dude's name is Shail Nitin Patel. That's the suspect. That's the dude. So, and he's got a Tampa address on Knob Oak Avenue. But we have more information. The narrative is crazy. He was calling people, and we'll get into this in much more detail, but he was calling people, some of the people on the flight, blue-eyed white devils. I mean, like crazy stuff. He was using a Jewish slur over and over again. He was using the K word against. Yeah, this guy was just going after white, devil-eyed, blue-eyed people, and
some real old school insults.
Oh my God! Yeah,
he's going back.
Yeah. All right, so we'll get into this. We've got a couple of new audio bites, and you know what the bad thing for this guy was? If you look at the persons involved, there are several that work for the Philadelphia Police Department. Oh. So apparently you had a couple of Philly cops on the airplane that helped take the guy down. He said he was going to bring the effing plane down.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That. All right, let me just throw that in as an added little teaser item. All right, we're going to get into this next hour, but we have a lot more information on Mr. Patel. Probably Indian guy from Tampa Bay that apparently got a little intoxicated. Disorderly intoxication. That's one, and to cause a disturbance. And then also battery, touch, or strike. So he's been hit with a couple of things here. He was yanked off the flight. But excitement last week at Tampa International Airport on an American Airlines flight. So little bit of a little taste for the early crowd, but we'll get into it later on with the additional audio bites. But again, why did it take 2 days for this thing to come out? The video hit on Thursday night, like at 7 or 8 o'clock, from what I saw, and this wasn't in the news. I think we were the first ones to talk about this on Friday morning here on the MJ Morning Show.
Does the airport have an obligation to issue a press release of things like this, or does it have to be brought about naturally through social media by other people posting stuff?
That is a good question, Fester, because some agencies, when they think there's a story of note, they'll put out a presser.
Yeah.
Like I get press releases from the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office all the time on cases that the public information officer or maybe the sheriff thinks are important. So I get alerts. I'm also on an email list for the Florida Highway Patrol. I get emails all the time from Sergeant Gaskins from FHP of breaking stories. But in this particular case, I don't think Tampa International Airport or Tampa International Airport Police, because they have their own police department there, I don't think that they preemptively put the story out. Anyway, so we'll get into that in more detail later on. Now, I mentioned several times already about my toilet, and you didn't see when I flushed down my toilet.
I missed it.
Some people, go to my Instagram, Fester. Some people were very, very concerned about my plumbing. And that's not a euphemism. That's, I mean, literally my plumbing at my house, not my personal plumbing.
I guess that depends what you put in the toilet.
But some people were very concerned about, what are you laughing at?
I see what the picture is now.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't looked yet. Just tell me it's not baby wipes. Tell me it is not baby wipes.
No.
Those are terrible.
You talk to any plumber about the number of clogs with baby wipes that are supposed to be, flushable? Well, that's right. Listen, there have been lawsuits over that. You know, dude wipes, Julian loves dude wipes. My son, dude wipes, I think they settled, for like $10 million. Dude wipes. Because they advertised them as flushable, and I think people got a whole bunch of clogged up toilets with dude wipes. All right, Fester, go to my Instagram and refresh, and let me play this audio. Let me know what you get when you have it here. You got it? All right, go ahead. You got to unmute.
Unmute.
All right, here we go, and go. Here we go.
Friday night's drawing, $977 million. I bought 10 games with the Megaplier, $30. Not a single dollar in return. Just like flushing that sucker right down the toilet.
And I had my Mega Millions ticket in my toilet. It was just kind of floating right on top like a Mega Millions lottery raft.
Yeah.
At least you didn't have pee in the toilet, too.
I could have put one of those little green army men on top of it, or like the little Lego men.
Yeah, sure.
I could have floated. Barbie doll would have been too much.
Should put a little plastic frog on it, like a lily pad on your toilet.
And I just had my Mega Millions ticket. It was a $30 ticket because I played 10 games plus the Megaplier, so it's $3 a game times 10, $30. I didn't win jack crap. Well, guess what? No winner on Friday night, and then Powerball. There was no winner on Saturday night. Hey, I got the numbers here because who draws tonight? Powerball's tonight again. Fester, what's Powerball? Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, right?
Yes.
Powerball is Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, and then Mega Millions. That draws what? Tuesday,
And Friday.
Friday. Yeah, I think that's only 2 days a week, right? Tuesday, Friday for Mega Millions. So Mega Millions is going to be tomorrow. Powerball's tonight. So Powerball is $800 million tonight. $800 million for Powerball. So am I going to go to the store again today and essentially light more cash on fire?
No.
Yeah.
No, you're not. Don't do it. You put the money into the Mega Millions. It's $1.1 billion.
Well, hang on a minute. And $800 million with Powerball. That's
That's nothing. A 1.1 billionaire laughs at an 800 million.
Yeah,
True. You don't even hang out.
Yeah.
You're disgusted with them.
Just get him out of my country club. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Seriously.
The 800 million winner
Or her,
versus the $1.1 billion winner.
If the odds
don't even look at me. I don't want to breathe the same air as you.
Peasant.
Yeah, they're about the same odds.
Yeah.
Go for the more money.
Yes.
Save for tomorrow's drawing.
All right, so Powerball tonight is $800 million, and then Mega Millions tomorrow night, Tuesday, is $1.1 billion. But of course, the cash option. So Powerball tonight, the cash option is $384.8 million, and then and right now, or as of last night, the Mega Millions was $1.1 billion. You know that's going to climb a little bit before tomorrow's jackpot. But that cash option is $525 million. So, half or sometimes less than half. But, listen, the odds suck. I know Powerball, the odds in Powerball, it's 1 in like 292 million. I mean, it's astronomical. Seriously, you might as well just take the money and just flush it down the toilet. And I kind of signified that. If you didn't see my little video, if you don't follow my Instagram, you can check it out. I'm Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio, and you can see me flush it down. And by the way, the ticket was very soft and pliable, just like toilet paper. So it's not like my pipes are getting all clogged up like Yeah. And Roxanne, so how many times have plumbers come to your house to unclog your toilets with baby wipes because of your kids over the years?
No, not very often.
Well, have you ever? Let me rephrase
No.
that. Have
Maybe
you
once.
Well, that's my question.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a plumber at your house to unclog your pipes? That's not a euphemism either.
You know, I
wow.
feel like we had one. It wasn't like there was an emergency, like there was a stopped up toilet, but I feel like we've had plumbers there before to do maintenance and they've found baby wipes in there. So I don't know who the culprit is. It's not me. It's not Doug. Could it be a babysitter? Could it be our kids?
Gotcha.
I don't know, but it wasn't too bad. But you
six-
know what I want to see you do? I want to see you do a whole series with Lotto tickets. And so you disposed of it in the toilet. It's like flushing money down the toilet. Next, I want you to shred it in a little itty bits of paper and put them in a gerbil cage. It's like taking your money and ripping it up and putting it in a hamster cage. And then I want to see you light money on fire, like a whole series. Every time you lose,
Didn't you do
the
that
Lotto.
last time? Didn't you light $100
Yeah.
bill in your driveway
but
it was a phony bill?
It was one of those movie $100 bills that
prop money.
look like it was prop money, look like a real 100. And some people like, must be nice, MJ, light a $100 bill on fire. I'm like, it's movie money, it's prop money. It looks like 100, but it wasn't.
It's all for the gram.
6:33 at the MJ Morning Show Monday morning. Looking at a pile of early morons in the news, which is tasty. And we'll do early morons in the news next. Hey, speaking of tasty. That's going to get you into the morons in the news. Let's go. Oh, you know what else? I was just assembling and adding more to my eclipse pile. Yeah, before we get to early morons in the news, just a quick little programming note. I had nothing to do with the Mitsubishi Eclipse. Do they still even make that model? I don't even, Fester, do they still make the Mitsubishi Eclipse?
I believe they make the Eclipse and an Eclipse crossover.
Yeah, Andrew, our producer, said, when I said, hey, I'm building my Eclipse pile, Andrew in my ear, not on the air, said, the Mitsubishi Eclipse? No.
All right, Andrew.
No, the actual astronomical eclipse coming up. What is that? April 8th, right? April 8th is a big eclipse, and there are so many like crazy stories about the upcoming eclipse, which I'm going to start like sprinkling in. Or maybe I ought to just do like maybe we ought to do a huge upcoming eclipse hour. Everything you need to know about the eclipse.
Is it going to affect us that much?
We get like 65% here in Florida.
Why are we giving away eclipse classes this week or next week?
I've got 4 of them at the house. I've got ones left over from the eclipse back like in 2017 or whatever.
Yeah.
So I hope there's not a shelf life. I hope there's not an expiration date on those things.
I'll find out.
Yeah, I'll put the eclipse glasses on, look up, and burn my eyeballs out of my head. All right, early morons in the news. We did not get to this on Friday's show, but we did. If you're a regular MJMorningshow.com website consumer, and you check out the front page of MJMorningshow.com. If you click on As Heard on the MJ Morning Show, most of the time we talk about something on the show, and if it is something visual that we want you to see, whether it's a picture or video, we'll put a link up on MJMorningshow.com As Heard on the MJ Morning Show. And that's one of the big boxes near the top on MJMorningshow.com. On Friday, I gave Andrew a story to put up on our website, but we just didn't get around to it. So if you already saw it, well, you got an early preview here. But this is crazy. All right, Fester, go to MJMorningshow.com. You have not seen this yet.
I have not.
You have not. Now, don't click.
Okay.
Don't click yet. Now, scroll up a little bit, and then keep going. So, As Heard, where's As Heard? Oh, right there. All right, so you see As Heard?
I do.
Yeah, it's in the featured. It's right in the middle there. It's right near the top. As Heard on the MJ Morning Show. Don't click yet. This is a woman in Iowa, Burlington, Iowa. The woman was arrested. This is morons in the news. Lady was arrested last week because she lit items on fire on a stranger's porch.
What?
Yeah. Michelle Young, 46 years old, faces reckless use of fire explosives, destructive devices. That's, I guess, the statute in Iowa. Very serious misdemeanor. They didn't hit her with arson charges. Also, possession of drug paraphernalia. Bond was set last week at $5,000 cash only. The Burlington, Iowa Fire and Rescue, they responded at 4:38 p.m. to a house on Vineyard Street. The homeowner said that home security cameras captured a woman on the porch lighting fires on the front porch of a stranger's house. The homeowner said that smoke was also visible in the footage. Officers responded as well. They found the woman identified as Young. She admitted to starting the fire when officers said, "What are you doing?" Young told officers she believed that the home belonged to a friend. She said she also saw a sign that read, "Witches Welcome," and because she was a witch, she lit some items on fire.
Okay.
That makes perfect sense to me.
Sure.
That's totally plausible. Fester, are you ready to see? The question is, what does a woman look like? What does the mug shot of a woman look like who sees a sign on a house that says "Witches Welcome"? She claims she's a witch, so she just goes and just lights things on fire on the stranger's porch. So what does a woman that also has drug paraphernalia on her, lights fires on strangers, what does a woman like this look like?
She's probably gorgeous.
Fester?
Yes.
Click right now on the As Heard on the MJ Morning Show on MJMorningshow.com, and it is mugshot of the day. Go 3 items down and click on it. Roxanne, take a look, and boom!
Oh, my goodness. She looks happy to see us.
She's so excited to be arrested.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Has anyone ever been this just over the top happy about being arrested?
Oh, man.
But she looks completely discombobulated.
Oh, yeah. Her hair is just like, she's got a bun on top with part of it. It's
I don't know
all
what-
just streaming down. Oh, my gosh.
I
She's
don't
a
know.
mess.
I'm not sure what this look is that she's trying to pull off. But if you can imagine a woman that says she's a witch, that she lights things on fire on strangers' porches, she's got drug paraphernalia on her, what would this woman's mugshot look like?
Oh, man.
Exactly what you think her mugshot will look like. and it is on our website. If you want to see this, if you want to laugh, go to mjmorningshow.com, click on As Heard on the MJ Morning Show. It's right near the top, and then scroll down 3, and it's a mugshot of the day. And yes, Andrew.
She's really a witch. I'm afraid to laugh at her.
So, did somebody just leave some Halloween decorations up where they had like the little sign, "Witches welcome"?
I don't know. Or
You
maybe
don't take it down 6 months later.
Or maybe this family, maybe that's a year-round sign for them. Who the hell knows? All right, you ready? Second early morons in the news story here. Man struck by car escaping jail. Did you see this in Hawaii? You want to talk about instant justice?
That's some Hawaii 5-0 right there.
In Lihue, which Lihue is the biggest little town on Kauai, which Kauai is one of my favorite Hawaiian islands. If you ever go to Lihue, there is a place there called Hamora's Saimin. And Saimin is like a ramen, but that's what the Hawaiians call it. If you go to Lihue, you go to the island of Kauai, because the airport's in Lihue, so you'll be there. You got to go to Hamora's. Hamora's Saimin is one of my favorite places of all time. It's like a hole-in-the-wall lunch counter dive, but it is famous for like 60 years, 70 years. It's the best. I have dreams about Hamora's Saimin. Anyway, authorities on the island of Kauai said they're looking for a hit-and-run suspect after a man who allegedly just escaped from a nearby prison was found on the roadway with serious injuries. And then the guy that hit him, he fled.
Yeah, sure. I don't want any part of that. I'm taking off.
The inmate, identified as Matthew Ornelas Jr., was able to escape from the Kauai Community Correctional Center 1 a.m. Friday morning. And then he runs across a road, gets hit by a car. So he didn't get too far.
Was he headed to the Simon place that you're talking about?
No, because they're not open at 1 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah, they're.
I don't think of Hawaii as having prisons for some reason.
Yeah, it's just resort life.
Dude,
right?
Hawaii 5-0, dude.
I know, but
book them, Dano. What do you mean they don't have prisons?
I mean, if I'm going to commit a felony, I guess I want to commit it in Hawaii because at least I'm in Hawaii, right?
But you want to talk about instant justice, man. Oh, you think that Hawaiian prisons are nicer, they're luxurious? They have poo-poo platters, and they have poi, and they have luau's.
Yeah, they have Hawaiian hula dancers.
Hula dancers at the prisons in Hawaii.
They have poo-poo platters, all right.
Instant justice. Guy escapes from a jail and runs across a road and gets hit by a car, and then that guy flees. And then he'll soon be in the same jail.
I mean, it's not like the guy's on an island or anything.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not going to be that hard to find the guy.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, that's what I thought of as well. Thanks for reminding me. I forgot. Where are you going to go? I mean, you're on a relatively small island and you escape prison.
It's somebody in Nebraska. You can go 1,000 miles any direction.
All right, 6:51 at the MJ Morning Show. A little dose of early morons in the news. 7 o'clock hours on the way. There are a couple items that we've got to get to. Did you see the groin hair story?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I had this last week. We didn't get around to it, but it is essential. And then you see the intermittent fasting warning?
Yep, I saw that too.
We have two things you got to hear next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Do not move, coming up in minutes. Q105, MJ and a crew, 7:03 Monday morning. Hopefully your weekend was worthy. I had a nice, pleasant, relaxing weekend with my lovely wife, Michelle. Not as much Chloe. Chloe is really, nose deep in LSAT study right now because she takes the LSAT in a couple of weeks. Like, I don't know, April, somewhere in mid-April, she takes the LSAT. So, she's just, in full-blown LSAT mode so she can try to get a good first score on the LSAT. Yes. I've got a story that you're not going to believe. You guys have not heard this. I want to hit you with this cold. You're going to think this is totally phony. You're going to think this is absolutely made up, and it is not. All right, so hold on. That's coming up in a minute here on the MJ Morning Show. Don't forget, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ in about, 20 minutes? About 7:25 or so. Every morning we do an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. So no commercials, no music for an hour and 20 minutes. Actually, it's more than that. It's an hour and 20 plus every single day. And also help spread the word on the MJ Morning Show. Whoever you come in contact with, be an ambassador for the MJ Morning Show. Help us grow the listener base even greater by telling people that if you're listening to some other morning show, you're making a big mistake. You don't know what you're missing with the MJ Morning Show, like stuff like this. And we had a very busy week last week, so I just couldn't get to everything. And among the items that I could not get to last week was, man, this will scare the crap out of you. This guy had an ingrown hair in his groin, and now he's got a 4% chance at survival, and he's in a coma.
Oh, my God.
I mean, now we've got to be afraid of our body hairs. That's just one more thing to add to the list to make us neurotic, right?
Well, should I share something ultra personal with you guys?
Sure.
Let me tell this story first, and then I'll tell you something that's been kind of bugging me over the last couple of weeks. And then I finally said, maybe I should self-treat with a screwdriver. No, I'm kidding. So,
would you have an ingrown hair?
Hang on. Hold on a sec. But this is crazy. A guy in Texas has miraculously survived against all odds. Like the Phil Collins song,
Yeah.
How do I just let you walk away? Is that
Leave
against all
without
odds? Yeah. Leave without a trace. Is that it? Leave
I think so.
Yeah, the movie Against All Odds from like when I was in high school. So a Texas guy survived against all odds, some kind of complication. Doctors gave him a 4% chance of survival. Now, how does that happen? How do doctors determine, how do they calculate you only have a 4% chance of survival versus a 5% or a 10%? Is there a survival calculator online?
Can I get a second opinion? Maybe make it 8%?
Let me pull out the survival calculator. Groin hair, coma, 4% chance of survival. So this guy beat the odds.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Steven Spinelli. He's a father in his late 30s, and apparently he attempted to remove an ingrown hair from his groin, and he ended up in a medically induced coma with a 4% survival rate. His sister Michelle said, we never lost faith, others did. And he had this near-death experience because he had an ingrown hair that he tried to self-treat. And this was actually giving me pause on something that I took care of myself, which I'll explain in just a minute. But, man, this is a crazy. He had tubes up his nose, tubes down his throat. The guy was intubated.
Yeah, 4% chance. That's what you expect.
He was in a coma because he treated himself because he had an ingrown hair in his groin, and it turned into some infection, and he caught this rare bacteria that ravaged his body. It shut down all his organs.
What did he use?
Even the Leslie and the Hammond?
What did he use?
Like the organ store at the mall closed down?
Yes.
Closed right down?
Right down.
Remember they used to have organ stores at the mall?
How many organs did they have to sell to pay the rent?
I never saw anyone in those organ stores.
Yeah.
Except kids maybe getting up there and playing around on the organ.
Anyway.
Well, this guy, okay, I can't believe it. So he just had every single bad thing that could possibly go wrong, went wrong. In addition to sepsis, then the influenza A, the double pneumonia.
Bacteria, everything.
Everything.
Just a whole cascade of problems. 4% chance of survival, ingrown hair. All right, should I reveal this? If it was something, I will. Okay. Maybe I should. And I was aware of this story, and I did it yesterday anyway. So I don't know. Listen, I don't think I'm out of the woods yet. I could have some kind of bacterial infection, but I don't think it was an ingrown hair. Hey, look at the side of my neck, and I'll do this on MJTV. Is there, right here, is there a red mark right there?
I see like a red mark where the crease is in your neck. So try to straighten your neck out a little bit.
I see a red dot, yeah.
All
yeah,
right.
I see a little red dot kind of like in my neck fold.
Last, month or so, last month, I had some kind of a hard, almost like a BB kind of feel in my neck. And I'm like, oh, man, is that a tumor? What's going on here?
Not a tumor.
It's not a tumor. I think I have that sound effect here somewhere.
You start picking at it,
Yeah.
obviously.
Hey, Andrew, find Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's not a tumor. Well, I've been feeling this thing in my neck, and I'm like, oh, man, I'm hoping it's not, you always jump to, the worst conclusion. Oh, my God, is it a tumor? What's going on in my neck here? And it was kind of bugging me. I'm like, man, I should probably go get this looked at. And it was it felt like a BB under the skin. And I'm like, what is this? What's going on with it? And finally yesterday, this is probably not what you're supposed to do. I turned it into a Dr. Pimple Popper episode in my house yesterday.
Yeah.
And that's the best way without being grotesque. I don't know what it is, how it got there. I don't know if it started as an ingrown hair, but I squeezed it like I had little mini vice grip fingers.
Yeah.
Actually, I grabbed some channel locks. And I'm kidding.
You had a little baby MJ cyst on your neck?
No, I don't know what it was.
Was it a hair? Did some
I don't know.
ridiculously long hair come out of it?
No.
Ew.
But, it was almost like I was a baker with a cake frosting little
Ew.
thing. No,
Ew.
listen, I told you.
Yeah. Yeah,
No, but it wasn't, listen, it wasn't like a fire hose, but the thing I was worried about, I think it might have just been I don't know what it was, but
you get the sack out.
some stuff came out.
Pus frosting?
Really? You got to go a little further, huh?
I mean, everybody knew what he meant when he said
But
baker's
seriously,
Ew, that's what it is.
I had a Dr. Pimple Popper moment at my house.
You're having a bacteria cupcake. Delicious.
Yeah. Anyway, so I think I'm fine now. It's like the bump is gone. And I don't know what it was. And I was having Michelle feel it. I'm like, Michelle, what is this? What is it? Am I going to die? Is this what's going on here? And she's like, maybe you should see the doctor. And for whatever reason, it was just bothering me yesterday. I grabbed it and I went, and it went, and now I think I'm healed. Now I think I'm cured. All right, are you ready for a story that you're going to think we're making this up? You're going to think, are you kidding me? Is this real? This is from a legitimate news source. This is from the San Joaquin Valley Sun.
Oh.
So the San Joaquin Valley is in what state?
I would guess California.
That is correct.
I've never heard of San
Good
Joaquin.
guess.
Oh, you never heard of San Joaquin, California? Really?
Sorry, I have not heard of San Joaquin.
All right. So the San Joaquin Valley, and if you want to look it up.
Oh, so that's probably where River Phoenix's brother got his name, right?
Stockton, Modesto, Merced, Clovis, Bakersfield. Didn't you live in Bakersfield?
I did.
You said it was an absolute dumpster fire, right?
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll never forget it. As you drive into the valley, you are overwhelmed with this smell of chemicals, which I assume is meth.
Wait, hold on. So you lived there and you didn't know where the San Joaquin Valley was?
MJ, geography isn't my thing.
Okay.
I'm not like, I didn't have all the landmarks.
I don't
and
know
all
what
the
state I
random
live.
values.
I have no idea what
No,
state I lived in. Geography's not my thing.
Yeah, no, listen. I had more important things to do while I was out there than visit the San Joaquin Valley.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
I think you were in the valley. I don't know.
Geography's not her thing. She doesn't know where Gulfport is.
All right, listen to this. This is a very quick story.
You guys are losers.
Wait, hold on. What did you say?
I said you guys are losers.
No. What did Fester say?
Something about I don't know where Gulfport is.
Oh, all right.
Where is it?
Listen. I'm running late. I
have no time for you.
I don't want to get too late here. All right, here's the deal.
Weird show.
On Friday afternoon, I swear I'm not making this up. On Friday afternoon, a guy was arrested. He was appearing to carry a human leg while eating it.
Say it again.
What?
A man was arrested on Friday after appearing to carry a human leg and eat the body part from somebody else who was killed by a train in Wasco, California. Video circulated on social media. A pedestrian was hit by a train, an Amtrak, and some body parts were knocked off the guy hit by the train. Somebody picked up the leg of the victim from the Amtrak crash, picked it up, was seen walking with the leg and eating it. Like a turkey leg at the Renaissance Festival.
Yeah, no, those are good.
God.
That's like an end of times thing to see something like
Is
that.
that insane?
Right?
Like a Walking Dead episode?
Yes.
Oh my, is that
Yes.
crazy?
It's wait a second. It's apocalyptic. Did I say it right?
What?
Apocalyptic. I said it. Did I?
No, it's no.
No.
It's apocalypse or apocalyptic. No, you
Damn it.
You
Close.
cannot say
I
that word.
can't say that word.
It's hysterical. You cannot say the word apocalypse or apocalyptic. It's hysterical. Say it again.
Apocalyptic.
Is this the craziest thing? A Wasco, California guy takes a human leg from a fatal train accident and starts eating the leg. What are you kidding me? What is going on here?
That's crazy.
7:15 at the MJ Morning Show. When we get back, we got to call Froggy's wife, Kim.
How's she?
Well, the string incident. Apparently, I thought I was making like a fun little exercise for their little kid, Luke, but apparently he's traumatized now. I don't know. All right, what did I do? I was trying to do something fun. All right, I'll tell you the whole story next. We're loaded. We start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. Making a move. Fester is nowhere to be found. Froggy's back tomorrow, so I'm sure I'm going to get an earful on this Froggy situation.
What did you do?
Well, listen, I thought that the kid would love it. I thought that it would be like fun. I thought it would be like an adventure. I thought it would be a game. And I don't know. Kim Froggy's Fester, can you clear your throat a little louder? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, I feel better now.
Do you? I mean, you're like clearing your throat. You're making all kinds of noises and hacks.
That's all it was.
All right, just all right.
But now I feel much better thanks to the.
Sure sounds like it. So, Froggy's out of town. Does Froggy know that Kim drives his pickup truck? Froggy loves his new pickup truck.
I think the rule around their house is she can drive his car, but he's not allowed to drive her car.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I have heard that. You're right. Yeah, Froggy got a brand new, that's a good-looking truck. He got a brand new F-150 from Veterans Ford, one of our great sponsors here on the MJ Morning Show. So Kim comes over to the house yesterday, to our house. You know, I'm in South Tampa. They're up in Town and Country. It's a very quick drive. I mean, they can beat us in like 12 minutes or something to pick up the soccer net. Now, Chloe, my daughter, who's pretty much done with soccer. She played college soccer, and she had one of those practice nets, like a bounce back. What do you call? In baseball, softball, you got the pitcher devices where you throw the ball at the net and it springs back like a pitcher thing. And then in soccer, you have the ones that are a little lower, like a net. And you can kick the soccer ball into the center of the net, and it bounces back. It's a practice. It's a rebounder or a bounce back device.
Yeah, I'm looking online. The word rebounder keeps popping up.
And this thing is pretty big. This thing is as wide as like one whole garage space in my garage. I mean, it's a pretty cumbersome device. And Chloe just doesn't need it anymore. I mean, I think she's a little sad that she's probably not going to. Well, listen, if she goes to college or goes to law school, if she ends up going to law school at a school that has a soccer team, Chloe still has a couple of years of, with COVID and everything, Chloe still has a couple of years of NCAA eligibility.
Does Stetson Law School have a soccer team?
Stetson's certainly a possibility, but I do not believe they don't have a soccer team.
Have a soccer
no,
team.
but I think Chloe, I think her sights are set to go back up to the Northeast to go to law school. I think that's, Michelle went to Stetson, loves Stetson. Stetson's a great school.
She could play for the Cooley Cougars over at Cooley Law School, right? I don't know if they have one.
The Cooley Cougars.
Cooley's a big law school, right? I don't know. I feel like I've heard of it before.
No, I've heard of it. It's, yeah.
I don't know.
I think Chloe's got her sights set on Yale or something. I don't know. Chloe, get that 179 LSAT, would you please? All right. So Chloe has the soccer net and, taking up space in the garage, and Froggy and Kim's kids play soccer. So I thought it was obvious. Let's help clean out the garage, give them the soccer bounce back device. Kim came over yesterday, Fester.
Okay. And she brought the truck, obviously, to take the Chloe rebounder home with her, right? Did she bring both the boys?
Both of them came in the F-150.
Yeah. As opposed to leaving one of them home alone, I guess. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Go to my Instagram right now and take a look at the picture that Kim sent me.
Okay.
Kim sends me a picture and
Instagram right here. Here's your pictures. Oh, Luke.
Kim sent me a picture in my text messages.
Oh, well, poor boy.
It says, MJ, you traumatized my kid. Now, Roxanne, Fester, look at, folks, I encourage you, and I'm going to get Kim on the phone here in a minute. I encourage you to go to my Instagram when you can do it safely and take a look at this picture. My Instagram, my personal MJ Instagram, and listen, you never know what the heck's going to pop up on this thing. Certified MJ Radio. That's my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. It's the last item posted. It's the last item, and it's Luke, Froggy and Kim's youngest kid. He's like, I don't know, 8 years old or something. And he's in the back seat of the pickup truck, strapped in. Kim, at a red light, I would imagine, turned around and snapped the picture. Can you describe, Roxanne, take a look.
Look at Luke.
And both of you guys describe what you see. Go, hang on, your mic is off. Go ahead.
Okay, he's got a little sad face going. And maybe it's because he's been responsible for holding the net, which looks very heavy in the back of the truck, in place with the string. Now, did you do that setup, MJ? Is that how you fashioned this whole thing and he had to hang on to it?
I know what happened.
Hang on for dear life?
I know what happened.
All right.
What happened?
All right. So Luke, who's a great kid. We love Luke.
Yep.
We love Max, too. MJ probably helped put the net in the back of the truck.
What do you mean helped? I put the net in. They pulled.
Oh, so they just pulled up? Like,
what do you think? I'm gonna say, okay, here it is. Figure it out. No, of course they pulled into my driveway. In Froggy's F-150, they pulled into my driveway.
Okay.
I carried the net with Max, the older kid. He grabbed one end. We slid it into the back of the pickup truck, and then I fastened the net into the back.
Completely securing it down.
Listen, I don't need the net flying out and hitting some car on the Veterans Expressway or the Eisenhower, whatever. I don't need to cause some wreck. So we put the net in the back of the pickup truck.
Yeah.
Michelle grabbed some rope that we had in the garage.
You tied it down completely securely.
I tied it down to all the tie down points. Right. There were like 2 tie downs up in front. There were like 2 tie downs in the tailgate of the pickup truck. I tied this thing down.
Trucks are like that, you know.
It wasn't going anywhere.
Right.
I thought it would be fun. I grabbed a piece of white string.
Is this butcher twine? It's a really thin piece of string.
It's more like kite string. So it's like a kite. I had a roll of like kite string.
Can I stop you right there? Anytime you have I thought it would be fun thought, it always makes me nervous. Always.
Okay. Oh, really?
Your brain.
Really?
Your perception of what fun is.
The net is tied down just fine. Froggy's got like a short bed F-150. He doesn't have the long bed. He's got the crew cab, XLT,
with like a 6.5 foot bed. Yeah, not the 8 foot bed.
He's got the smaller bed.
You only need the 8 foot bed if you haul
plywood and stuff.
Or plywood.
So here's the deal: the tailgate is down because the net is extending just to the end of the tailgate, so it's not going beyond. So the tailgate is down. I fastened the soccer net into the back of the truck, but I thought it would be fun. So I grabbed some of this kite string and I tied it to the very back of the net. And then Froggy's got the power sliding window in the back of his F-150. So we run the string into the back seat of the crew cab where Luke is seat belted in. And I tied it into a knot, and I had him hold it. I said, Luke, I need you to hold this until you get back to the house. Because, and I think I use this language, you are the last line of defense in case the ropes come loose in the back. Luke, you are going to prevent this net from flying out of the back of the truck, smashing into a minivan full of kids, causing a major accident. Oh, my God! Flames and fire and explosion. So
that's an awful lot of pressure to put on the little guy.
I thought I was making it fun for the kid.
What an adventure.
That's what I was thinking. So, Luke, this string wasn't doing anything. Well, actually, you know what? If everything failed, maybe it would. But so we run it through the power sliding window, then close the window, and he's holding. You've got to see the face on Froggy and Kim's kid, Luke, as he's holding. Apparently, Kim said he did not let it go. He did not let it go. And then, let me get Kim on the phone.
Is this the definition of traumatized?
Well, Kim sent me a text. Thanks for traumatizing my kid.
Then yeah, I'm not that far off.
And I'm sure I'm going to get a ration of crap from Froggy tomorrow when he comes in, back from his business trip. Hang on. Why does our phone do? What's
Yeah,
this?
I
This
hear
place
that.
is a dump.
There's actually squirrels living in the phone line, and that little chirp is them talking down the phone line.
Let me call Kim, Froggy's wife. 7:37 right now.
Hello.
Morning, Kim.
Hi.
Is Luke in the car?
Luke, say hi. Hi.
Luke, are you still traumatized?
No.
No.
Oh, okay, good. All right,
You got
everything's
over
okay.
your prank.
All right, Kim, you sent me this picture. I guess you were at a red light. You turned around. You snapped the picture of Luke holding the little string. Because I told him he was the last line of defense of the soccer net flying out and causing a major traffic crash. And folks, I'm telling you, this is the most precious photo. You've got to see the look on Luke's face. He's holding the string like he's holding on for dear life.
He's responsible.
Yeah.
I don't know if precious is the right word. The kid looks afraid to let it go. That's not precious. I mean, look, you did a great job holding the rope.
All right, the picture is on my Instagram. It's actually, there are two pictures. It's that one, and then if you slide it over, you'll see the net in the back. It's on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. You got to take a look at this. Certified MJ Radio. So, Kim, you sent me this picture. The kid looks like, I don't know, like it's the worst day of his life. And you said I traumatized him?
I mean, when we pulled away from your house, I looked at Luke and I said, Luke, I go, it's really fine. You don't have to hang on to that rope. And he's like, no. MJ said I have to hold it. I go, he was joking. I go, it's fine. It's all tied down. He's like, no. He's like, I got to hold it. And so, I mean, that was us sitting at West Shore and Kennedy. I mean, it's not like we've gone far, but he clutched that thing in his little hand the entire way home. And then once we got it home, we had to take it to my in-laws because that's where it now lives. And he held onto the rope the entire time as well. So
He's a safety guy. He's a safety kid. He's
Yeah.
such a sweetheart.
follows instruction. I
Yeah.
mean, we can
Yeah.
vouch for that at this point.
Well, can Luke hear me?
yes.
Oh, you're on hands free. Kim's taking
We're
the kid.
on our way to school.
Yeah, Kim's taking the kids to school. Luke, you did a fantastic job. Luke, you were a responsible citizen, making sure that net did not fly out and hit a school bus full of kids on the veterans. Because there are lots of school buses with kids on a Sunday. Exactly.
You're a hero, Luke.
You know what, Luke? I think we're going to award you the MJ Morning Show Responsible Citizen of the Month Award.
There we go.
Oh, citizenship award. I like it. This
Yes.
is something new.
Yes.
Why don't you print out a certificate and we'll present it to him later this week.
You know, MJ, I tell you, if I would have inherited this net, my son Hudson would have let the rope go just to watch it crash.
Just to see an accident.
Just to watch the
Just
chaos.
to see it fly through somebody's windshield. Yeah.
Good job, Luke.
Luke, phenomenal job. And I think you ought to, tell all the kids at school how you prevented a major crash on the Veterans Expressway yesterday.
I think that's what he's going to open with today.
Yeah, if he has a share day. Yeah.
It's a good opening line. Absolutely.
Right.
It's totally.
What's up, Max?
He said he's not.
All right, but this picture, I'm telling you, look at his face. The face
He
is,
took his job seriously.
Yeah.
it's like a serious face, and he looks a little peeved at me, actually. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm worried his arm is going to get a little cramp holding it like that the whole time. He's an athlete. We got to keep him in shape.
I just thought it would be fun. It's like, hold on to this rope. You're preventing the net from flying out on the road.
It's like all the kid is thinking about is the consequences.
I like that you're concerned about his arm strength. He plays soccer.
We got to keep him in shape.
Yeah, now they've got a net for the leg strength. All right, Kim, have a great day.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, Kim.
Oh, I think this net was actually recalled by the Consumer Product Safety Commission for a defect.
Did you ever settle the recall, or is it still outstanding?
No, I think it's an outstanding. I think it's a very dangerous net. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm kidding. There's nothing wrong with the net. Springs will fly out and put the kids' eyes out. No, the net is fine. And Chloe was happy to pass it along. You know what was a hit?
What?
I had a lot of great response to Jackwagon Jury that we did in an impromptu fashion on the show on Friday.
Yeah, and you know what? I have a Jackwagon Jury story all ready to go that's started to irritate me more and more since I teased it last week. So I can't wait. We're going to do it again on Friday?
Yeah, I don't think we have to wait till Friday.
We don't have to wait till Friday.
I think we do another one tomorrow.
Let's do it.
I think we strike while the iron's hot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Before we run this into the ground, we got to get 6 or 8 times out of it.
and then how about the guy that called on Friday? So if you don't know what happened, on Friday, I told a story, or you know what? I reiterated the story because it was last week. I think it was Wednesday.
So on Thursday, you told the story.
No. On Wednesday, I told the story. Or was it Thursday? No, it was Thursday. You're right. No, you're right. It was
I thought
Thursday.
it was
You're right. Yeah.
Last week was a short week.
Right. We were out. We did best ofs last Monday and Tuesday because it was Julian's spring break up at NYU in Manhattan. So Michelle and I did a long weekend to spend time with Julian Monday and Tuesday. We had best ofs last week for Monday, Tuesday. Then we were back live on Wednesday, and we were so jammed on Wednesday I didn't get around to it. But you're right, Fester. On Thursday, I told the story. I got into a fight with a bartender in the hotel bar. I was getting Michelle an old-fashioned, and the guy botched it. He didn't make an old-fashioned.
Right.
He just put whiskey in a glass over ice, tried to scrape an orange peel in and say, this is an old-fashioned. I'm like, that's not an old-fashioned. There's no simple syrup or sugar. Where are the bitters? Where's the vigorous stir?
And it's New York City, for goodness sake.
Exactly. And it was a $16 or $17 drink. I'm like, dude, that is not an old-fashioned. You just poured freaking bourbon over ice. That's just bourbon on the rocks, not an old-fashioned. And then we get into an argument. He's like, are you going to tell me how to do? I'm like, yes, I'm going to tell you how to make an old-fashioned. You didn't even come close. So I get into like this Larry David like fight with this guy, and he threw the glass into the sink in the bar back, breaks the glass. Okay, I'll make you an old-fashioned. That's all I wanted in the first place. And then I just walked away. I said, dude, I don't want you making anything for me, or this was for Michelle or for my wife. And I just walked away. So I asked the question, am I the jackwagon? Phones lit up. Everybody agreed with me. Not one person said I was a jackwagon. But then I'm like, you know what? Let's kind of do a
little impromptu.
So we did on Friday. Am I the jackwagon? What happened to you? What is the story? So we decided, we were kicking around a couple of names. The Jackwagon Jury or the Jackwagon Judges. I think we settled on jury. So Friday, phones lit up. I didn't even know what our response was going to be. We had to turn callers away with people calling up with stories, scenarios, things that they did or happened to them. And, we decided, were they the jackwagon or not? And it was a success, man. It was a raging success. So I think we'll do another Jackwagon Jury on tomorrow's show. I think it's fantastic. All right, I'm going to give you an acronym. I want you to tell me what it is. TPIR.
Toilet paper in the office. No, that's not an R. That's an O. Okay. In the restroom. Toilet paper in the restroom.
That's a good.
Yeah,
actually,
that makes sense.
No.
There's a
Makes
no
perfect
TPIR.
Yeah.
Come on,
TPIR
guys.
alert. You know what I mean?
No. What?
It's quickest. I got the quickest answer. And okay, let's see.
TPIR. Come on. It's a well-known acronym. TPIR.
You're a big tipper.
Faster.
Telepathic.
Oh, jeez.
In
Come on, guys.
the room.
Really?
TPIR.
TP.
What does it have to do with?
Fester, you stood in line.
Oh, okay. All right, I know what it is.
What?
The Price is Right.
Yeah,
Nobody
yes.
calls it that.
On online fan forums.
really? They do?
It's TPIR.
TPIR.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the thing.
But it's not conversationally.
Yeah,
No, it's not like, I was watching TPIR the
No.
other night, and Drew Carey said to
All right.
this lady from Schenectady,
Right.
it's nothing like that.
TPIR is The Price is Right. So with that in mind, let me expand it. What is this now? TPIRP.
The Price is Right, prick.
Okay. Could we go in the other female anatomy part of it?
The Price is Right. Paula.
Roxanne, do not say that.
Paula.
But, I mean,
Do not.
how about
No.
this? The Price is Right, people. Is that what it is?
No.
Price is Right pervert?
No.
Uh,
No. Listen.
oh, if there's a Price is Right pervert, boy, he spins his big wheel naked.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
It's so perverted.
Gets his wang all caught up in
Yeah.
the wheel.
He uses that to land him $1.
Gets all stretched and it snaps off or
Oh,
something.
man, that'd be great.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd watch that episode.
Oh, all right. Think of it quite literally. TPIRP. If you took the P literally, come on, guys.
P, like I have to go to the bathroom.
Yes!
Really?
Yes!
Oh, so you're a contestant on The Price is Right and you have to go to the bathroom. What do you do?
No, you're close. What happens when somebody gets so excited on The Price is Right?
Oh, no.
They pee their pants.
This really happened.
Look, listen, there's a whole protocol. I read a story over the weekend, a guy that used to work on The Price is Right. There is a special protocol for certain things that happen on The Price is Right. And one of them is some contestants get so excited they wet themselves. So
That would be awesome.
there's a contingency. So I'm not making this up. There's a guy, Mike Richards, a former producer, and he worked in the late Bob Barker days into the new Drew Carey days on The Price is Right. And he said that there's a system in place when somebody got so excited on The Price is Right that they peed their pants. He says that there are curtains, like a stand-up, like medical curtain backstage, and a blow dryer, and even a pair of sweats, just in case that they can put a contestant in if they pee their pants and they can't dry it with the blow dryer.
Oh, my.
Oh, wow.
When would they pee their pants? Would it be when they get called down?
Come on down! Oh my God, I'm wetting myself right now.
Okay, can you go back to the blow dryer part?
Yes.
Who has ever peed their pants and dried themselves with a blow dryer to solve that problem?
Listen,
that's not.
This is a television game show taping emergency fix that, listen, if you pee your pants and you're home or you're at a friend's house, you'll get another pair of pants. But if you're at The Price is Right and you're so excited, they call your name. Fester, come on down. Wow. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
I'd love to be in that
so
show.
if you start just whizzing all over yourself, or it's not just coming on down.
It's when they call you up when you win.
Hey, contestants row.
Yeah.
And the actual retail price is $5.29, and Roxanne, you win. Yeah. Oh, is that your piece? Your pee on your leg? Is that?
Things get pretty fun in here in the big chunk of MJ, and I laugh pretty hard. And there have been some moments where I've been close to.
Hold on, you've almost peed your pants while on the show?
Absolutely, it's the big chunk, so I haven't had time to take a restroom break, maybe, and I really have to hold it.
Oh,
but
you're talking about the hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ,
exactly,
where we don't take a break, we don't go to the bathroom for over an hour and 20 minutes.
Yes.
So when was the last time? What was the content where you recently almost peed yourself?
I don't know. I mean, probably a Hal Herman segment. I think I've come close in those segments. Right. Yeah. I mean, it's like a feeling of outrageous laughter.
Oh, you mean
or Cajun Fester would get me.
I see that. You'll find that Hal Herman much funnier than Cajun Fester now. Well,
you're talking about Hal Herman News. You know what? Fester, send the message to Froggy that I want Hal Herman News on Wednesday.
Cajun Fester will do nothing of the sort. I wish not to speak to Mr. Froggy.
Hold on. Does Cajun Fester feel like he's in competition now with Hal Herman?
I'll tell you right now, Cajun Fester is very disappointed that Ms. Roxanne Wilder went to Hal Herman, an alcoholic washed-up news reporter, as being more comedic than him.
I mean, there's a lot of consistency here.
Listen,
there's a lot of consistency here,
Chop
Fester.
you up, put you in a gator pond.
There's a little more, by the way, to the price.
If I'd had a little more coffee today, I would be peeing right now. I promise you.
I'll make a filet gumbo out of you.
So on The Price is Right, it's not just dealing with contestants that pee their pants because they're so excited. Listen, you win the showcase showdown.
That's a big prize.
Yeah, you win a new car, a motorhome,
Trips around the world.
Or if you come within, what is it? If you come within, if you come within $100, you win both of the showcases.
That's an amazing prize.
I mean, you'll double pee yourself. You'll poop yourself too. You'll pee and poop.
What's the contingency plan for that?
I don't have a number 2. They don't mention number 2, but it goes beyond that. So it's not just contestants that pee their pants. So they have a blow dryer and a little curtain that people can stand, and they have a producer like trying to help blow the contestant. Dry,
yeah, with a blow dryer. It makes sense.
I'm just picturing next time we do something, if it happens, like Fester's like, don't worry, Rox, I've got the blow dryer. Here you go.
Listen, we do what we have to do. So The Price is Right, MJ. You've never gone to a taping of The Price is Right?
No, I was on Radio Week Hollywood Squares, which was actually taped in the exact same studio as The Price is Right. They used to be in Television City on Beverly Boulevard, Los Angeles, California, 90036, right at the corner of Beverly Boulevard and Fairfax. And I lived right near there back in the late 80s, early 90s. And then I went back to CBS Television City. They've since left there. They've now moved to the Valley somewhere. The new CBS studios are out there. All right, but there are more things that have happened.
About The Price is Right?
Yeah. This is just really interesting.
You got to figure they have a plan for almost every scenario, right?
Yeah, they had a contestant by the name of Henry, and he was jumping up and down because he just won. He dislocated his shoulder. His shoulder pops out. It looks like he's all deformed. So his wife had to step in from the audience and spin the wheel. He got all excited because he won the come up prize, when he got called up. So then he had a chance, obviously, to spin the showcase showdown wheel, and he couldn't do it because his shoulder was like totally dislocated. You imagine that? So they had to call his wife up to spin the wheel on The Price is Right. How long is this freaking wheel going to go for?
Is this an endless loop? This is a loop.
Oh, hang on. This is a 4-hour loop. Let's just leave this on. You want to go to the bathroom? Go to the bathroom now. No, I'm kidding.
You can hear the edit.
Yeah.
All right. So that sucks.
Yeah. Here's another story. A woman named Judy, she was attempting to spin the wheel. She sprained her ankle. So there are some injuries and pants peeing on The Price is Right, and they have contingencies. I just thought that was very funny. All right, Roxanne, I want to address something.
Okay.
You sent me in your email last night with some stories. This is Roxanne's prep that she sent me last night for today's show. And you started off with a little paragraph, and it reads, my kid likes to do my IG stories now, Instagram.
She does.
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with her editing the video, and then she loves music. So she likes to, listen to the music and pick a song that she thinks matches.
All right, but then explain what else this says.
So then, I don't know what I wrote you, but anyways.
Well, maybe I should read it then.
Okay.
So what you wrote was, she likes to help to add music and edit the video.
Yes.
But then she apparently says to you, Mom, let's check back and see how many people hearted it or liked it.
Yes.
She calls it hearting it?
She says hearting it. She doesn't know what that is. She just sees the heart bubbles pop up. And it really bothered me. It really bothered me. Like I said, I have no issue with her taking a video because that's creativity, and that's all kids are going to know how to edit video.
But this is why I'm trying to address this with you.
Oh, okay. Are you addressing it with me as like a tisk, I'm the best parent in the world, MJ? Or you're addressing it like, this is an interesting topic, Roxanne? Because if we're gonna have a conversation, I like it.
My concern is that the seed is being planted way too early. Kids,
in all kids, yes.
But kids are, when they get to be teenagers, you look at the 12, 13, 14. And remember, in Florida, the legislature just passed, right, the social media accounts, none under the age of, what was it, 15 and under, or with parental. Anyway, there's a whole, is the governor going to sign that? So there's a whole, listen, that's totally unenforceable. I don't know. That's like a feel-good thing. I don't know how the hell you enforce it. But, and listen, I'm not calling you a bad parent. I'm just pointing out.
You don't have to qualify that. We know I'm not a bad parent.
I know, listen, I know, yes, I know you're not a bad parent, but you even just said that bothers you a lot.
It bothered me. And what I also said in the email, I was like, I have to tell her, I go, Evelyn, we don't care about the number of people who gave us a heart. That means nothing. Let's worry about whether or not Nana and the aunties saw the picture. That's who we're close to. That's who we care about. But then as I'm saying this, I'm like, then Roxanne, why do you need to put up a picture? Well, the reason is because this is my job and I have to have a brand. But I think to myself, like if I didn't, like you always say, if I didn't do this, I don't know that I would be very compelled to do that because what's the point? And oh, yay, 1,000 people hearted this. Okay, great. But what does that get you in life?
Yeah,
all that matters is did your grandma see this photo? This is who we want to see it.
The concern is, are you priming the pump and turning her into a little social media beast monster way too early? And I'm not
Those
saying,
are your words, buddy. I mean, that's not what's happening in my house.
But
I know you're perfect MJ and you're the most amazing parent on the planet.
No,
but we're not. Listen, you always try to put me in a little box of like.
You brought this to him.
I did. Listen, little man. I'm standing up right now.
Why are you turning on me?
Because I will turn on a dime on you because I am not to be put in a box of Roxanne's a bad parent.
Baby in a corner.
Yeah. Listen, you want to put these two right here in boxes, fine, but this woman does not fit in the box that you create for me. Thank you. Is it terrible or is it fact?
You brought it to us.
Yes, I brought it to you. But you're turning it into like, this is a teaching moment from the great parent MJ. No, listen, buddy, this is a conversation piece that other parents.
On here?
What's going on is?
I'm being.
Yeah, it does, which is palatable.
I'm being character assassinated here.
And because you're trying to create a bizarre character for me, I'm not a bad parent.
Did you not?
I shared something personal with you, and you twisty and put words in my mouth.
No, I mean, Fester's not even seeing it this way either.
Because he's your henchman.
Okay, listen.
Fester's my henchman.
How is your henchman?
Of course he doesn't see it that way.
If I were MJ's henchman, I would have had your knees broken week 2.
And you would be in jail.
Wait a minute. Roxanne, don't take this personally.
I'm not taking it personally. I'm just trying to put you in your place because you like to. This is you. All right, I need to talk to you about something. You brought something to my attention.
What the F? Listen, this is not.
This is what you guys do with each other. Why does it sound weird when I am? It doesn't.
I don't stand up and say what the F and shutdown segment says. That's not what I do.
No, I didn't say that.
Hang on. Roxanne, don't take this. You brought the story to me that your daughter is saying, Mom, let's keep checking back to see how many people hearted it. And what I'm saying is...
And what did I say to her? I said, no, we don't care about that, sweetheart. We don't care about how many people
You're on a hair trigger today.
No, I'm not on a hair trigger. I just have to keep you in your place because you just don't know how to handle me.
I'm in my place. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in my place.
You don't know how to handle
Roxanne,
her.
It's not you personally. I'm trying to draw a bigger picture and a lesson that... we have to be really careful that what we think is innocuous, the stuff that our kids at young ages are learning, that we have to be careful. And if we start them out and they get into the business of, oh my God, how many likes do I have? And I've got to, that has the chance to accelerate and exponentially get even worse as they get into their tweens and their preteens and their teen years.
I wholeheartedly agree with you.
Well, that's all I'm saying. You're all over. You're all over the road
because I have to. You like to, just like I said, you like to have gotcha moments. You like to have. All right, let's tee this up as Roxanne needs a parenting lesson.
I like to have entertaining moments.
Me too. Me too.
You certainly did it. Everybody's entertained and scared.
That's.
Yes,
hang on,
as you should be.
Hang on. Let me go cower in the corner, okay?
Okay, now let's twist it to Roxanne's crazy.
No,
Roxanne is doing the same thing that Froggy has tried to beat your butt. He's tried to climb over these monitors here and attack you, but I'm crazy for standing up for myself.
I never said you were crazy. I'm just saying.
Fester did.
I didn't. Listen,
I might have.
You brought up.
I'll stand by that.
Roxanne, I'm giving you.
Crazy woman. Is it the crazy girl?
You're the
it's him. It's him.
It's no.
Yeah, it's him. Let's do another typical, oh, Roxanne's having a meltdown. She's crazy. No, I'm standing up to you like these boys do all the time.
What is happening
what
here?
What male figure is there in your life that you can't stand up to that you're taking this out on MJ for something you brought up?
Roxanne, I'm trying to take a really good concept. You said
That I agree with you on your point.
Right, you said this to me, but you kind of flipped out on me here. This is not a personal I'm not trying to turn this into a personal thing.
Well, it started down that path, and I stopped you.
You certainly
in my
did.
tracks.
Boy.
Oh, my.
MJ, you should thank her
Yes,
for the
you should.
lesson she just taught you.
You should.
Thank her now. Thank her. Thank her.
Thank you.
Ah!
Thank you,
welcome.
Roxanne.
You're very welcome.
Thank
Both of you.
Conquest of Roxanne.
Thank you.
Put you in your place.
All hail Roxanne.
I am in my place.
Yes.
Stay there.
The MJ place putter, Roxanne.
That is me.
I've had my
Hail.
legs chopped off right in front of me today. All right, listen.
By your henchman.
I'm just
But you
trying.
can't be any shorter than you are, so it doesn't really
What?
make that much of a difference.
I'm just trying to make a broader point that we've got to be careful that if the kids get obsessed with social media. How old is your daughter?
She's 6.
Yeah,
No,
so-
I wholeheartedly agree with you.
Right.
That was why I brought this to the
Right.
table.
All right, so
Okay.
were you seriously melting down, or were you just giving me some fun business?
I just got
Are we part of an entertaining morning show? Or are we part of a...
Okay,
yeah.
well, I got a text from my friend Evan who just asked if your grandmother liked the photo of you in your bikini.
She loved it.
program.
She
Okay,
loved it.
good.
Yes.
So did I.
Because now let's
So
turn
did I.
this into sexualizing Roxanne.
No, this is-
yes,
this
yes.
is-
Now
this is
let's bring
crazy.
up Roxanne in a bikini.
This is crazy.
Okay.
This is
yes.
crazy.
This is
nuts,
crazy.
MJ.
All right.
I just because I'm calling out
No,
what's
it's
happening.
not. You're- this is-
I thought you came up with a great conversation
You are.
It is,
about
it is.
kids too young and being obsessed with elements of social media, and I'm just trying to turn it into just a discussion. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So listen, this is how we have a discussion. What we just did, what you just
Sounded
said.
nothing like a discussion.
What you just said. You don't come at someone, MJ. You don't
All
come
right.
at someone and say, Roxanne, you've got a lot to worry about here with if your daughter's already did. No. That's chastising. A discussion is great.
That's all I was doing.
That's-
I think maybe.
Hey, you got a lot to worry about if this is something. It might be something you want to stay on top of. That's
Is
the
that how he said it? Is that how he said it?
Well, I don't know. You didn't give him a chance.
Roxanne,
no,
you were like, I don't know, on a hair trigger. You got defensive over nothing, and you ultimately agree with me. I was just trying to turn your good idea into.
You're backtracking.
I'm not back.
get up.
I haven't changed
Hey,
the second
MJ,
here.
I got.
You're choo backwards down the track. Yes.
The idea's been exhausted.
All right.
Moving on.
Hang on.
Next.
Let me
There you go.
rip this to
All right.
shreds. Let me
Hey, you know what?
rip. Man, you never know what the hell's going
You
to
never
happen.
know. You
It
never
was,
know.
It was an excellent idea. Roxanne, thank you for bringing it to our attention. Roxanne certainly put the biggest freaking bow on it that you possibly could have.
Wow.
Yes,
Wonderful.
I did.
And
You're welcome.
next.
Has someone instructed you to fight back or something, or just manufacture?
No,
like a
guys,
fight? I don't. I'm
Guys,
just trying
guys,
to.
what do you three
You gotta-
do?
you
three fight with each other every day.
Right.
So if you come to me with something that I don't particularly like, I'm going to stand up for myself and say, wait, slow it down.
You came to me with this. I'm
I did.
I'm agreeing with you, and then it's.
But
Just,
you put your twist. That's like the okay. Continue.
All right.
It's a very informative thing to let people know about.
all right.
Kids are getting obsessed with social media at young ages.
Give me something
it's
completely
scary.
different now. Give me a
Wow.
morons in the news out of all.
Wow.
Give me something.
Somebody, somebody give me a blankie. I want to take a nap. All right. So here's a follow up on the whole Tampa International Airport event from last week. I think, Andrew, do you think we were like the first ones to talk about this? Because this did not hit social media until Thursday night of last week, and we talked about it first thing on Friday morning. So this hit social media.
We talked about no. The incident happened Tuesday. It hit social media Wednesday night. We talked about it Thursday, and then got the follow up from the folks at the airport.
All right, gotcha.
Mid morning Friday.
All right. But it took like a couple of days.
Yeah.
But I think we were the first one. The bottom line is, I think we found this story early from social media, and it didn't hit. None of the local TV stations or other radio stations had the story. Somebody posted the video up on social media. It ended up on X, formerly Twitter. And, then on Friday, the airport, I guess, put out the police report, and then the other media and it's become a national story. Then other media has since jumped on the story, and Friday Fester, Bo Zimmer over at Tampa International sent you the PDF of the police report.
Right.
And I have that here, and this is a bizarre story. A passenger was yanked off an American Airlines flight from Tampa to Philadelphia because he started making crazy threats. Now, the guy that started making threats and then was put in a headlock by passengers was Shail Nitin Patel. And he's got a Tampa address on Knob Oak Avenue in Tampa. And he was charged with battery, touch or strike. He was charged with disorderly intoxication, public place causing disturbance, offense location type, Airbus train terminal.
Okay.
And then you have all the people involved. So this guy starts touching people or striking people. He's making all kinds of threats. He's talking about bringing the effing airplane down. Now, remember, the plane is still at the gate. They had not pushed back yet to fly to Philadelphia from Tampa International last Tuesday night. So he's making threats, and some passengers intervene, and there was a guy that puts him in a headlock, and they drag him off the airplane because the guy's going crazy. Turns out there are a whole bunch of Philadelphia cops on the airplane.
Oh.
So if you look at the police report, the person's involved. The suspect is Patel. Then the other is Wendy Jean Simpson from Virginia Beach, Virginia. I know exactly this address. The other, Reese Nicole Ellison. Then there's Danny Michael Trusis from Pittsburgh, Raquel Beckford. Then listen to this. Then you get into the obvious Philadelphia Police Department personnel. John Joseph McLaughlin.
He sounds like a Philadelphia cop.
Employer, Philadelphia PD.
Yeah.
Then hang on. There's James David Inamer. Employer, Delaware River Port Authority of Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Francis P. Graff, Philadelphia Police Department.
Were they traveling together, or was it a coincidence that these
I don't
cops
know
from different agencies?
I have no idea.
So assume they were traveling together. They come down to the Tampa Bay area. They probably caught a couple of Phillies spring training games in Clearwater. They had a great week, and then they get to have a fight on a plane.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
like a dream for a Philadelphia cop.
Puts Patel in a headlock and then drags him off the plane. And we have some new audio bites that we didn't play last week. So I'll play some of the audio bites in a second. But I want to share the new details. The guy said that the white people on the plane had blue devil eyes, and he's going to... Let me read the actual narrative from the officer. On 3/19/2024 at approximately 17:25 hours, that's what? That's 5:25 in the afternoon. I was dispatched to gate F79, reference a disturbance. Upon arrival, multiple officers were already on the scene, and a subject was already in custody. Due to the volume of people on scene, I began to assist Officer Maggiacomo, obtain witness statements. I then made contact with American Airlines attendants, Wendy Simpson, date of birth, and then Ellison Reese. So those are the two flight attendants who I listed their names.
What were they calling code 311?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. On the audio that we played last week, a flight attendant was yelling, 311, 311. And that's an alert to the other flight attendants that we have a situation because she couldn't get to the intercom. So made contact with the two names I just gave. They were flight attendants. Informed me that they were actively boarding passengers on American Flight 2506 to Philadelphia when they were alerted there was an unruly passenger in the jet bridge. Simpson and Reese further informed me, according to American Airlines policy, they cannot leave the plane once boarding.
Right.
Once it begins. So they alerted American Airlines operations and waited until the passenger reached them. So the disturbance happened on the jetway. Then he gets onto the airplane. Simpson informed me that she heard screaming in the jet bridge, and a few minutes later observed a gentleman later identified as this Patel, date of birth 1994, yelling and acting aggressively. Simpson stated that she confronted Patel to ask him what was wrong. Patel began to yell and point his finger in Simpson's face, stating, "They always treat me differently. People with skin like you." Simpson stated Patel continued to walk onto the plane, up the aisle, yelling at passengers as Reese followed behind. The flight attendant, Reese flight attendant, stated that she followed behind Patel as she walked into the plane, trying to understand why he was upset. As Reese's attempts to calm Patel down continued to fail, she then informed him that he would need to get off the aircraft, to which he refused multiple times. American Airlines employees Raquel Beckford and Danny Trusis responded to the rear of the aircraft to assist Reese in removing Patel. Trusis stated that he observed Patel become increasingly aggressive after another passenger lightly patted his back in an effort to help soothe and calm him. Trusis further stated that he noticed Patel's aggression escalating. He made an announcement on the aircraft's PA requesting for off-duty law enforcement personnel or able-bodied citizens to help physically restrain and remove Patel. And there were off-duty law enforcement. You had like 2 from the Philadelphia Police Department. You had like New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia Port Authority on board. They needed help removing him from the aircraft. So Trusis stated that he made the request for the safety of all passengers following the PA announcement. Approximately 6 off-duty law enforcement officers physically restrained Patel, removed him from the aircraft, and waited for the Tampa International Airport Police Department to arrive. Yeah. After Patel's arrest, Officer Martinez spoke to his father, Mr. Patel, and informed the officer that he was taking medication and consuming alcohol at the bar prior to boarding.
That's going to be his defense.
Yeah,
that's no defense though, right?
And
you can't take that to court.
No, that's going to be problematic. But then you look at the witness statements here, and some of the details here are crazy.
Can I just tell you, I'm really happy that the Philadelphia police guys had such a good time in Tampa. And they got to cap it off by throwing hands on a plane. You're a cop. That's like a fantasy.
Patel walked onto the aircraft and said, "F you, blue-eyed white devils. I'm going to take this plane down with all of you mother bleepers on it." That's what he said. He's screaming this out on the airplane. You white, blue-eyed devils.
I'm okay with everything he said up until the "I'm taking this plane down" part.
F you, you blue-eyed white devils. I'm going to take this aircraft down with all of you mother bleepers on it. And then he was acting aggressively. And then he had 6 off-duty police officers. And then on the video, you can see the kind of larger white bald guy puts him in a headlock, and they start dragging him down the aisle. So, and again, we now have context with the actual police report that flight attendants asked for assistance to get him off the aircraft, to restrain him, and that's exactly what they did.
Do you remember when the guys approached him, they started kind of barking at him and issuing commands to him? Just like a police officer would. They went right into cop mode.
Man, that's some crazy stuff. So there's some new audio here, and, he uses a racial slur against Jews. All right, so here's some new audio that we did not have late last week. Listen.
Do you have a bag you want to grab or anything before you get off?
Don't attack me with 2 individuals against 1.
They're going to have
So they're asking Patel, do you have a bag you want to grab? Did you put something in the overhead bin that you want to, get off the airplane?
Anyone, so you're yeah, it's okay. Raising my voice to a female, I'll see about it with you, kike.
What?
You as a kike human. And because I'm sitting down and I'm lower than you.
Using the word kike, which is derogatory, it's a slur against Jews.
Yeah, I'll let you slide with that one.
Yeah.
You don't want to say that.
Yeah.
That's
uses the K word that says kike twice.
Go back to what, the 1910s?
Wait a minute. Is he calling the flight attendant the K word? I mean, what is up with this guy? So is this alcohol with medication? Why is if he's on medication, why the hell's his father? Why does Mr. Patel, and listen, this guy was born in 94. The guy's 30 years old. And his father's drinking with him at the bar, and he's on medication that apparently he should not be consuming with alcohol?
I'm sure Dad didn't know it would present itself this way.
My God. So here's the Indian dude calling somebody a kike, which is an awful, terrible slur.
Do you have a bag you want to grab or anything before you get off?
Don't attack me with two individuals against one.
They're gonna have
I didn't hit anyone, so you're Yeah, it's okay. Raising my voice to a female, I'll see about it with you, kike.
Oh my God.
What? You as a kike human, and it's because I'm sitting down and I'm lower than you?
What?
That's awful.
What is going on with this guy?
I'm a tough guy, bro. You know what? I'm moving. Hey, you know what? And so, no, it's all you all teaming up. You see how most of the people are white here? Yeah. So you were like, I'm trying to get to my home country, and you all people made it harder for me to get to my home country.
Guy's got a Tampa address. So what? His family's from India. Is he trying to get to India?
He doesn't sound Indian. He sounds like he's born in America. He's an American citizen.
Yeah.
The address is in New Tampa, kind of like the Hunter's Green area.
And then we played this audio of the confrontation. They're dragging him off the airplane.
Sir? Go up to the front. You gotta go upstairs. Come on. Hold on. Let me
the big guy.
This is where one of the Philadelphia cops puts the guy in a headlock and drags him off the airplane.
Hey, I didn't get in your face.
Daniel,
you told me to get out. I have a ticket. Yeah, I have a ticket. Go ahead. No.
So you heard the flight attendant. She's yelling 311, 311, to try to let the other flight attendants know that we got a situation here. Wow. So, and then I'm looking at the pictures from the Tampa Airport Police. They've got him in a squad car outside of one of the airsides, or a curbside. They've got him, and he's cuffed and stuffed in the back of one of the Tampa Airport Police cruisers. Yeah, I don't know if they picked him up at the airside blue or airside red, but he's on the way to airside jail. Yeah, where he's going. What? I mean, is that an insane story?
Crazy.
And then 6 law enforcement. Hell, is there any law enforcement? They make an announcement. Any law enforcement? Yeah, six law enforcement officers.
Yeah, I'm a cop who stands up. He helps out.
So it sounds like there were a couple of Philadelphia PD, and then there were like some Port Authority, officers on the airplane as well. Man, that's just absolutely nuts. All right, from a monetary standpoint, I saw something which was eye-opening, I think a little bit disturbing. A new study on how much money people who live in large cities in the United States have to make in order to have a comfortable lifestyle. This is a story and a press release from Smart Asset. Smart Asset, they used what they call the 50-30-20 budget. That 50% of your salary goes to sustaining yourself, what you need to survive, such as housing, food, and transportation costs. Then 30% toward like luxury items like entertainment or hobbies. And then the 20% should go toward saving, investing, or paying down debt. That's the first thing you ought to do is pay down debt. Whatever your situation is, whenever you can pay down your debt, pay down your debt. Get rid of it. Especially since we're not dealing with ultra low interest rates anymore. We're dealing with, much higher interest rates than we've seen for decades. But this is what was eye-opening to me. This is the reason why I'm doing the story. On average, an individual needs to, this is an individual, this is one person, individual, not a family. This is a single person in large U.S. cities, of which the Tampa Bay area is considered one of these large cities, needs to make.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's getting so expensive,
When you
too.
think of a large city, okay.
We have 3 million plus people now in the Tampa Bay area. We're like I think the 12th or 13th largest, media market for TV.
When you say large city, I think New York, L.A., Chicago, Dallas.
Those are major cities.
Top 5.
Okay, all right. I'm just trying to get a barometer.
Tampa Bay fits into large city category. So, on average, an individual needs to make $96,500 for a sustainable, comfortable life in a large U.S. city, according to this smart asset study. Now, you look at Tampa, St. Petersburg, Clearwater, it's a little less than the average. So, and they list all these major cities, and we're listed, and the average is $96,500. In the Tampa Bay area, if you're single to live comfortably, you need to make $94,432. So it's about $2,000 less per year. But still, how many single individuals in this market, in this area, are making $94,432 to so-called live comfortably?
Yeah, you know what it means. People are living comfortably. They're just accumulating a lot of debt.
Now, they also break it down for like Tampa, St. Petersburg, and it's the numbers are the same for the Tampa Bay area, for both Tampa and St. Petersburg. And for singles, you need $94,432. And then here's the total aggregate salary for 2 adults with 2 children. So guess how much money is needed for 2 adults, so mom and dad and 2 kids, in order to live comfortably, according to this report in the Tampa Bay area. How much you think you need to make? 2 kids, 2 adults. Mom, dad, 2 kids. How much?
I don't know. Is it 85,000?
Well, the single was 94,000, so it's not going to go down.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah. Thank
Went
you.
the wrong way.
Valid
Thank you.
Valid
Thank you.
mathematical point.
That wasn't a gotcha.
Nope.
No, that's just the wrong answer.
Am I coming to get you?
No. That was just
All right, so no meltdown.
stupid
Okay,
answer
all right,
on Roxanne's part.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So
No meltdown.
All right. Single individual, you need $94,432. So husband, wife, and 2 kids, how much do you need?
140?
Too low.
Because you figure a lot of the stuff would be duplicated. Like you get one house, everybody lives in the
All right,
house.
give me another guess.
100.
Roxanne, you want to take another stab at it? Go a little higher?
What'd you say, Fester?
I said 140.
I'm going to say, so 4 people, I'm going to say 172.
Right, getting closer.
Okay.
More than 172?
Yeah, too low. Yep, it's still too low.
Jeez.
Yep.
Well, you can tell that I'm not living comfortably.
I'm going to go. Well, but wait a minute.
I'm going into debt.
Well, no, but, you and Doug.
Uh-huh.
I mean, here's the number. I'm just going to tell you what the number is. It's in the Tampa Bay area. Adults, mom, dad, 2 adults, and 2 kids. You need to make $209,498.
I mean,
between the couple, $209 to live comfortably.
Says who?
2 adults.
How do you get?
This is according to Smart Asset.
Even if you rent an apartment for $3,000 a month or $3,200 a month, or I've seen some astronomical rents around $4,000 a month. It's still $50,000 in rent, and then you need another $150,000 to be comfortable. And I don't know. It just seems like a disproportionately high amount.
And as far as the big cities, so if you're single and you're in New York City, San Jose, Santa Ana, California, Boston, Massachusetts, for single individuals, you need to make between 124 and 138. 124,000 and 138. So I thought it was eye-opening hearing what you need to live comfortably as a single and what you need comfortably if you're a family of 4 with 2 kids.
All right.
So,
Yeah, I mean, it's so expensive. I mean, Fester, you say that, but just to like every time I leave the house, I don't care where I go. If it's just run in for takeout food or to run into Target, I'm like, oh my gosh, sticker shock.
$1,500 without even trying.
Roxanne, you're a blue-eyed white devil.
I've been called worse.
I'm kidding.
She's been called worse this morning.
It's not quite blonde, but
I'm gonna borrow Mr. Patel's. I'm just gonna. Now I have blue eyes. Roxanne, you have
bluish, greenish, grayish.
Yeah.
I have brown eyes.
Yeah, you got brown.
My uncle told me why I have brown eyes.
Yeah, I know because you're full of. I know.
Yeah, you're full of bleep up to here.
Yeah, and then Froggy's got brown eyes as well.
He's full of bleep too.
Oh, absolutely. Let me run something by you, and this is a scenario. What happens when the appliance repair guy comes to your house to fix your dryer? So you got the washer dryer. This woman's dryer is broken. She lives in Indianapolis. That's not really germane to the story. But this is a 43-year-old woman in Indianapolis. The appliance repair guy comes to her house because she's having problems with the dryer. She refused to pay for the repairs or the $70 house call fee. So apparently the appliance company had a $70 service charge just to show up, and then it's going to be parts and labor on top to fix the dryer.
Okay.
Apparently, this woman thought that it should all be covered under warranty. It was not. This woman, a 43-year-old woman in Indianapolis, got just ultra aggravated, got very, very angry, has a meltdown. What do you do? Or what do you think this woman did in this situation with the appliance guy?
She did something to the actual repair guy?
Oh, yes. Yeah, absolutely.
I was thinking, what does the repair guy do? He takes the capacitor with him and then never works again or something.
No, the machine's already got problems.
Okay.
So the dryer's not working. That's why she called.
Yeah.
She thinks it should be fixed under warranty. It was clearly not under warranty, whatever the situation. So what does she do when she's hit with the $70 service call fee and then above and beyond the parts and labor to fix the dryer? What is the appropriate response? Or what is not the appropriate response?
All right. So instantly, I'm thinking of a spectrum.
Yeah.
Does she punch him?
Oh, this is on the spectrum. I'll tell you that right now.
Punch him?
Oh, I thought you were thinking about experiences you've had with Spectrum.
No, nothing like that.
This has nothing to do with the Spectrum repair guy, okay?
The spectrum of responses that she could have something like she pushes or shoves the guy, which is low end, or does she light his van on fire, which is like really high end?
All right. Well,
is it somewhere in the middle?
It's more closer to the higher end.
Oh no! What'd she do?
I know.
Holds the guy gunpoint.
Oh, okay. Whoa.
Pulls a gun on the Maytag repairman. All right.
This is crazy.
I don't know if it was a Maytag. It doesn't say which brand washer or dryer it was.
You know the Maytag commercials. That repairman is so
lonely.
Bored.
He was lonely because they try to make the claim that Maytag washers never break down.
He would love to go to somebody's house to meet somebody. Don't pull a gun on me.
Reba LaJoy Wilson, 43 of Indianapolis, was arrested last week.
Is her name really Reba?
Reba, R-E-B-A. Reba LaJoy, 43. Wilson's her last name. Arrested last week after police said she held the appliance repairman at gunpoint and shot at him as he was trying to escape the house. Pulls the gun. He runs and she actually fires as the dryer repair guy is trying to flee her home. Oh my God. But I'll tell you, we're having the craziest stories. I mean, Roxanne's having moments. I mean, it's like
we're having good moments together.
It's like the world is off its axis. Yeah. Who fires shots at the appliance repair guy because he tells you your dryer is not in warranty any longer.
I mean, people are just wound up. So now we're seeing it in this instance. We always see it at drive-thrus, and now it's coming into the homes for repair people.
She's going to prison.
Yeah.
This is going to be like an attempted murder, potentially. Or, I mean, this is insane.
What if she goes to prison and gets a job in the prison laundry?
Oh, my
that would be ironic.
And what if the dryer's broken?
It's out of warranty.
The dryer's broken.
I could kill somebody.
My God, she'll have a prison shank at that point. I don't think she'll have a gun, but she'll fashion maybe a spoon into a shank. She's been scraping it on the cinder block for the last 7 weeks, and she's fashioned it into a point. She's got a nice shank going. This is it. She refused to pay for the repair, told the man to fix her machine or put it back together. The worker told Wilson that he didn't work for free, happy to put it back together if she paid his $70 house call fee. She threatened to call the police, blocked the door so the repairman was unable to leave. She then pointed the gun at him and told him to sit down.
Yeah.
What is he, a hostage now?
Now?
He could have a standoff in the house. What 43-year-old woman pulls a gun on the appliance? Roxanne, baby.
No,
I don't
you
know.
what I just started thinking?
What are you
we
laughing
should
at?
have her. When I start laughing at it, it's like, wouldn't she be a perfect contestant on Am I the Jackwagon?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, MJ, this is Reba from Indianapolis. I'm a jackwagon.
Yeah, my washing dryer was broken, and I
Pulled my gun out.
Sit down. The repairman ran out of her back door, through her yard. He finally made it safely back to the truck. He told authorities Wilson said, "I'll pop a cap in your ass," as she fired shots in his direction as he's running out the back door across the yard. She's yelling, I'll pop caps in your ass.
So $70 is a really fair
for a service
call.
Oh, I think so.
Yes, that's really fair. Hey, thanks for diagnosing it. Here's your $70. Have a good day.
Wilson is charged with criminal confinement, intimidation, criminal recklessness, pointing a gun at someone, and unlawful possession of a gun as a serious violent felon. So it sounds like she had a prior felony record. She should not have had a gun. If she says, "I'm going to pop a cap in your ass," and then fires at the guy as he's running out the back door of her house, why is she not hit with attempted murder charges?
You could bring that up with the Indiana DA.
Oh, Wilson's attorney last week said that they'll have no comment at this time.
What's her attorney's name? Garth Brooks? Reba. I've never met a naturally occurring Reba ever in my life.
Reba. That is an absolutely unhinged, off the hook, outrageous, insane story. So I know a couple of appliance guys. I know a couple of really good appliance repair guys. Yeah. I wonder if I've got some phone. I guess I can calls. I have some numbers here.
Was the repairman's name Fancy?
Oh man!
Only Reba fans will get that.
That's crazy. Listen, I know Brad the appliance guy.
It doesn't work.
Yeah,
Reba doesn't have a song named Brad.
I know. Brad's been to our house before. I think was it Dwayne? I think there's a guy named Dwayne that'd been for some of the appliances that we've had. Our house now is 18 years old. I think we're 18. I think we're 19 years old this summer.
Listen,
hey, our dishwasher is still. How much longer are we? Our dishwasher is like going on 19 years old. When is that gonna die?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to jinx anything.
You know what we've been having trouble with at our house?
What?
Oh my gosh, our refrigerator.
Well,
so we had a guy out to fix it.
Yep.
Listen, I get this woman's anger, but you can never resort to violence, right? So we had a guy out to fix our refrigerator because it was freezing. He fixed it, and we paid like $250. Well, guess what? This weekend, I went to get milk, frozen. The whole thing's frozen. So everything in our refrigerator is freezing.
He fixed it too.
Oh,
good.
And
wow.
he fixed it
Wow.
for $250, and it's happening again.
But now it's a full freezer.
yes, now it's a full freezer.
Yeah.
He's walking out with his belt and butt crack. He's like, well, I fixed
Yeah.
it extra good.
Yeah.
We have a Sub-Zero fridge. We got a side-by-side Sub-Zero. I mean, that thing's going on 19 years, and we've never had any service on that thing. I mean, we could be getting into the danger zone here. I found another appliance guy, Alan James. Yeah, he installed our new hood over the I got a new hood and blower over the stove a couple of years ago, and he did that. So I've got like 3 appliance guys I know. I ought to ask him, have you ever had a gun pulled on you? Man, that is just some absolutely insane stuff. The world is going absolutely bat crap crazy. There's no doubt about it. There are more and more. What time is it? 8:36. We're still going strong here, folks. An hour and 20 minutes plus of nonstop MJ. Nonstop content. Every single day. We started at about 7:25, and we go for an hour and 20 minutes plus. I never undershoot it. We always go longer. We always get more than an hour and 20 minutes. Like you're getting right here, right now, on the MJ Morning Show. And you never know what the hell's going to happen here. Restaurants, have you guys been hit locally? I don't think we've been hit locally. We've had it out in Colorado, out in Vail, and we've had it in New York. Have you had any local restaurants that are charging a reservation deposit fee?
Yeah.
That they apply to your check or they refund it?
Yes.
Have you had that locally?
Well, okay.
No, locally, because
I have not.
Yeah.
Have I heard people talk about this locally? It kind of sounds familiar. Maybe I'm just thinking of stories we've done where they do that in New York.
So here's where I've had it.
Yeah.
I like to scam Disney pools.
Oh, jeez.
Right? I go to the pool, the resort. I enjoy the whole day at a Disney place. I don't check in. I have nothing to do with the place.
Grifter.
Well, now Disney security's tightened up, so they only let you pass the gate if you have a reservation. So I make a restaurant reservation, and then you got to put down $40 because you make a reservation
at
for
Disney.
Right. So
then once you get in, then you cancel the reservation.
Right. I walk up to the restaurant.
My kid's got chlamydia,
Yeah.
but
That's what I said.
okay, maybe not that.
That's what I said. No, that's what I go with. I go, hey guys, listen, kid has chlamydia. I can't make my 11:30 appointment.
I meant to say diarrhea.
Okay, both. One kid has chlamydia, the other one has diarrhea, and I've had the herpes since like 17. So we can't make our 11:30.
So you cancel the reservation,
and then what
they
you do-
refund your money, and then you're still at the pool because you're inside.
What you do is you sell it. You're like, can I make it a little later in the day, like 2:30? And they'll be like, oh no, sir, we're all booked up at that time.
Oh, son of
I guess
a...
just cancel me. But they take $10 per head of reservation, and then they'll charge you if you.
You know what? Anyone listening, are there any local establishments here in the Tampa Bay area or any restaurants in Florida other than Fester's Disney story? Are there any restaurants in Tampa Bay? I don't think we've come across any in the Tampa Bay area thus
Normal
far.
restaurants.
Yeah, that are charging a reservation deposit. Because I know that we've paid $25. I want to say that in New York and in Vail, we had to pay some $25 at some, not all places, but some places, a reservation deposit. So I'd love to know any places locally that are charging, and there's a reason why, and then I'll continue with the rest of the story. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Are there any places locally that you know of that are asking for a reservation deposit fee? And the reason why I'm bringing this up is according to Open Table. And, you've got the 2 big reservation services are Open Table and Resi, right? Are there any other ones?
I use Open Table a lot.
Well, it really depends on what the restaurant uses. So restaurants will use Open Table or some will use Resi. And Open Table says that 28% of Americans are skipping out on the reservations. And that sucks. If you've got and I've heard this from restaurateurs. I've heard this over the last couple of years that no-shows are a problem. People that are booking reservations and not showing up. And frankly, That's rude. If I have a reservation somewhere, I always call within ample time and cancel the reservation. It's not often that we cancel, but if something comes up, there's some extenuating whatever this. If we have a reservation somewhere, I absolutely call up. But the number of selfish, self-centered imbetards that will make a reservation at a restaurant and not show up and not even call, it's a pretty big number. And listen, the restaurant business is already a tough business. You don't need to fill up, 20, 30% of your book and not have them show up on a busy Friday, Saturday night, and you've turned other people away because you're sold out. You're fully committed.
Sorry, no table. We're totally booked tonight. And
then half the people don't show up. That's just rude.
Rude.
All right, 800-990-1047. Are there any places locally in the Tampa Bay area where they are charging a reservation deposit that's either refunded when you show up or it's applied to your check?
Okay.
800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. All right, let's go with, look, I got two of the same here. Tampa Bay legendary spot. Steve is in Pasco County. Hi, Steve. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi. I think that, Burns takes a reservation deposit. It's like $25 or $35 or something. And On Swan takes a reservation deposit, don't they?
I don't know.
He just walks into the VIP table. He has a standing res at all times.
No, I don't.
At both places.
I don't have a standing res at all times.
For normal schmucks like you and I,
but,
yes, he's probably right.
Steve, do you speak from experience that Burns wants a deposit?
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, and I understand that. The demand for Burns is so great that let me tell you something else that's happening at some places, and I think this is happening at Burns as well. Are the people that are trying to resell reservations. You've got folks that are getting the reservations. A lot of the restaurants, the hard to get into restaurants, they'll open up reservations X number of days in advance, and you got to go on at midnight or whatever to then try to secure a reservation. And you've got folks that are doing this, so I don't know if they've come up with bots or they have humans doing it, but some people are grabbing reservations and then reselling reservations, and don't try that because
that's common though. Like the restaurant Rouse in New York City, like everyone has a standing.
Rayo's, yep.
Rayo's, pardon moi.
Yeah, right. Ooh, fancy.
And you can't get a reservation because everyone has a standing res, and then you can have to buy it on the internet from someone like a charity or some philanthropic organization.
Yeah, I knew a guy, Steve, that had a standing table at Rayo's, and it was like a Wednesday at 8 p.m. And I was invited like 2 or 3 times, and we could never make it. We were like, it was like the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and we were flying out of town or something. It's like
too bad.
Yeah, I had numerous invites to go to Rayo's. And I just never got a chance to make it. Steve, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Sherry in Seminole. Sherry, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Restaurant locally that takes a reservation deposit?
Yeah, so I went to Kobe's Steakhouse for my birthday with 8 people. I don't know if this is standard or just because it was 8 people.
Large party, maybe.
$50 deposit. So
$50. Hold on, $50 deposit for the whole table of 8?
Yeah, for the whole table.
Gotcha. That's not terrible.
$50.
Yeah, I mean, because 8 does 8 fit around? That's like one whole hibachi grill, right?
1, 2. Yeah, I guess
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one whole hibachi grill, but I went to another restaurant with 12 people for a Christmas party, and they didn't charge me a dime. So that was nice. I showed up, of course.
Yeah, some places are charging deposits, some are not. So, all right. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Yeah, so there are numerous. Andrew's still screening calls, but I'm going to move on here. But I'm sure there are additional restaurants locally that are charging for deposits. All right, what time is it? 8:45. All right, I can squeeze this in quickly. I'm like, what? Really? I don't know if this is real. This came from one of the latest Dear Abby columns.
I love those.
Which this is syndicated, so it's carried on a bunch of websites and newspapers around the country. You know, we don't do much Dear Abby on this show, but every, I don't know, couple of months, I see something. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to mention it on the show. There's a recent Dear Abby column, and I'm not going to read the whole damn thing. I just want to give you the gist of it. This woman writes, Dear Abby, I've been seeing a man for about a year. For the most part, we get along fine. We spend a lot of time together, and he professes his love for me. His intentions are to be together forever. Although there's not been a proposal, I think I could continue the relationship indefinitely. There's just one thing. I'm not physically attracted to him. He's presentable and well-groomed, but I can't compensate for the fact that he's homely. I am, to put it plainly, a beautiful woman. I have always dated in my league. What the hell is this woman talking about? Is this I think that you got staff members that make half these damn things up.
I don't think these are real anymore.
So my boyfriend wants to marry me, but he's ugly. Is the headline here.
He's homely.
So he's homely. She says she's a beautiful woman. She's always dated in, quote, her league. This guy is homely. She's not attracted to him. I'm not physically. Why are you with him then? So forget about marrying the guy. If you're not attracted to the guy, why have you been seeing him for about a year?
I mean, he could have a heart of gold.
Why would you say that you could continue this relationship indefinitely for the foreseeable future and you're not attracted to the guy? What is going on here?
You know, we're all going in one direction, and that is uglier. So just get married, and then you won't even start. You won't start to notice that, you know, it'll just become wallpaper.
Listen, I don't know.
Guy in the corner.
I don't know if this story's real, but I mean, let's assume, just for the sake of the conversation, it's real. Why would you even date a guy for an extended period of time, or even say that this could go on indefinitely if you're not attracted to the guy and he's ugly or he's homely? That makes no sense whatsoever. You know what? I'll date him for the rest of my life, but I just won't marry him because he's ugly. I mean, what does that mean?
Yeah. Something doesn't add up.
That's absolutely ridiculous. All right, when we get back, some new Jezelle Bunin news. There's something that Jezelle, she claims, never, ever, 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 ever eats. All right. Then there's a little story about Jezelle and Tom and, well, regarding the breakup, some of the rumors that have been flying, and apparently she's all hot and heavy with Mr. Jiu-Jitsu, right?
Yeah, she is. That came out.
All right, so we got some Jezelle Bunin news. Tiger Woods is fearful of this. Tiger Woods is worried about this. What is it? I'll explain in just a matter of moments. What are you laughing at?
I mean, Tiger Woods, it's almost like name your own adventure type joke. What is he fearful of? Denny's waitresses?
Hang on. No.
What is he afraid
Dude, hang on.
Flipping over his car?
You'll find out in a minute. Hang on. Hey, you might be sniffing up the right trail here.
Denny's waitresses? I'm afraid of them too.
Hang on. We'll get into all of that and a whole lot more next. Oh, and also we got Styx, Foreigner, and John Waite tickets. All this week. Next hour, 9 o'clock hour, stand by, your chance to win Styx with Foreigner and John Waite at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. So we got a pair of tickets you could win coming up in the next hour. We're loaded. We got an hour to go, folks, and we are absolutely loaded next. Don't move here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Got the great news, great numbers from Lorenzo. Lorenzo, my pal. 9 o'clock, or make that 9:01 at the MJ Morning Show. MJ with Fester and Roxanne. Froggy is back tomorrow. If you didn't see the picture of Froggy's kid after they picked up the soccer net at my house, check it out.
I feel bad for the boy.
I was trying to make it fun. Like, man, you got this great job, but apparently I terrified him. I don't think it was as bad as George Costanza pushing the kids and the old lady out of the way, with the clown episode with the fire in the kitchen. I don't think it was as bad as that. But Froggy's wife, Kim, and two kids, Max and Luke, they came to my house yesterday afternoon, and they picked up Chloe's old soccer bounce back net where you practice by kicking the ball to the net. It bounces the ball back at you. Yes, Chloe's not going to use it again. So, both of Froggy's kids play soccer, and we put it in the back of Froggy's pickup truck. Froggy's out of town, so Kim drove it, and I tied it all down. But then I took a piece of twine and I tied it to the back of the net, ran it through the back sliding door of a window, the back sliding window of the pickup truck. He's got the power slide window, and I tied a string, and then I ran it through the window into the back of the cab, and I said, Luke, you got to hold on to this. If you let go, man, this could fly out and smash into another car and cause an accident. Anyway, I thought it was like being fun, and hey, listen, here's an important job, big guy. And you got to see the picture that Kim took of Luke holding the string in the back.
He's so cute.
He's a cute kid. He looks miserable. Kim's like, you traumatized my kid. No, I don't think I really did. But anyway, it's a precious photo. It's on my Instagram. Go to Certified MJ Radio and check this thing out.
All right, I'm reading the comments on the picture.
Yeah.
Mommy 2 Nikki writes, my 9-year-old said he looks like he's in the Great Depression.
That's a good comment.
He looks like a photo of the kids from like the late
with his little
1930s.
derby, the little derby and the knickers, right? What are those knickers where the pants came up to their
knickerbockers,
like their shins or something, right? Mm-hmm. Anyway, take a look at the picture. It's the last thing posted on my Instagram. My personal is Certified MJ Radio. You got to see it. He's holding the string, and he just looks like he's in absolute misery. But Certified MJ Radio on Instagram. Go look at the picture. If you want to follow, go ahead and follow. Powerball and Mega Millions. Man, I burned $30 on each, and I won diddly squat. Oh, speaking of my Instagram, I also flushed my Friday night Mega Millions ticket down the toilet because it didn't win anything. I spent $30. I bought 10 games, the random picks. I did the quick picks. So quick picks, 10 games, and then I added the mega plier. So $3 a ticket, 10 games, $30. I didn't win anything. I don't think I got, out of 10 games, I don't think I got one number right anywhere. I won nothing. Zero, zilch. I just put it in the toilet, and you want to see me flush it down. The ticket looks like a little raft. It's like a little pool raft floating in my toilet. And that video is on my Instagram as well, Certified MJ Radio. But Mega Millions for Tuesday night's drawing, there was no Mega Millions winner. It was like $977 million for Friday night's drawing. No winner. The next drawing is going to be Tuesday, tomorrow night, and the jackpot is estimated at $1.1 billion. So I got to decide, am I going to buy another $30 worth of tickets? And essentially, it's tantamount to just flushing it down the toilet, lighting it on fire, throwing it out the window on the Skyway. I mean,
That's what it feels like.
It does. I didn't win anything. So tomorrow night, $1.1 billion. Powerball draws again tonight. Powerball had a drawing on Saturday night. No winners. So tonight's Powerball is worth $800 million. That's only $300 million behind the Mega Millions now. So both these jackpots are getting, pretty damn strong. So, am I going to drop more money or folks, the odds of winning, it's ridiculous. I know that somebody has to win eventually, but you are not going to win.
It's not going to be you.
Whoever's listening right now, you are not going to win Powerball or Mega Millions. I'm just telling you.
And if it is you, we love you.
All right. Before I get into Jezelle Bunin, Tiger Woods, I'm probably going to mention this tomorrow as well. I think this is important enough. There is a scam that's becoming more prevalent around the country. There are lots of people out there, folks, that are trying to separate you from your money. Don't fall for it. Don't get scammed. Who would do this? Please don't take offense to this, because there are probably people listening that have fallen for some of these scams. And listen, I don't want to call you a dumbass, but please don't fall for these scams. One of the latest, this is not totally new, but there's like a new little twist. Police across the country, multiple agencies are warning people about the bank scam. So people are getting phone calls. The scammers are pretending to be their bank, and they're tricking them into giving them their logon information. So they're going through a whole series. We're having computer issues. You're going to be logged out of your account. You're not going to be able to access your account. We can fix it right now. We need to verify what's your login, what's your password, etc. But here's the new twist. Who's going to do this? Apparently some have, because they've called the police. The scammers are also telling people to put their debit and or credit cards into their mailbox.
Oh, yeah. Let me go jump on that right now.
Oh, my. And then the scammers are driving by the house and grabbing the debit card. Then they'll have information. They'll have logon. They'll have passwords, PIN numbers. And people really... Who the hell is going to put their debit card or credit card in the mailbox? Yes, we're coming by to pick them up. We're going to issue new. Who does this?
We got to pick up the old ones first.
This is happening in multiple cities around the country. Listen, if this happens in one state or this is happening in multiple places. It's almost like there's a scammer forum online where they trade all these.
It's on the dark web.
Yeah. So scammers are using different vehicles. They're using rental cars. They'll stop by people's homes after the scammers get information from them and tell them to put their credit and debit cards in their mailbox. Listen, I'm sorry, I got to be blunt here. What schmuck is going to put their debit or credit card in their mailbox?
Well...
That is just...
Yeah, let me put my PIN in there, too. Let me write that on the sticky note.
Let me be clear. Do not put your credit card and debit card in your mailbox. Do not give any personal login information to anyone that calls you. Your bank will never ask you for login or password information. Any of that is going to be done in the branch or online, on your computer, through their actual website or verified portal. It's not being done on the phone. No one's going to come by from the bank and pick up your credit and debit cards. Don't fall for it, but people are, and this is one of the latest racket ruses, scam-a-lams that are floating around the country. My God, you know what? I'm going to save this for tomorrow. I want to do this early tomorrow as well. If I can just help at least just one dumbass from doing this, then I've done my job.
You have?
I feel like I'm a responsible citizen.
You're a hero.
Just like
MJ the hero.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Taking a little different direction on me later in the show here. Thank you.
He's a hero.
Where are we going now?
Thank you. Hey, I want to show you something. I got this book from Amazon yesterday. I read, and I ordered this, but the minute I read the excerpt on Friday, maybe I read it Saturday. I had like 1-day delivery or 2-day delivery on this thing. I had a book delivered, and I am the biggest fan of what?
You're a big fan of
Come on, what
pizza?
Hang on. Yeah, okay, pizza's good.
Pizza.
Ice cream.
If ice cream, I'm a big fan of pizza and ice cream, but let me narrow it down.
So you're like a big kid.
When it comes to cinema, what is one of my all-time favorites?
Sex Mex.
What?
Skinamax.
Like
No.
like adult themed movies with
No.
Mexican actors and actresses.
I never heard of that
Sex
genre.
Mex. It's all
Andrew,
genre.
Oh, okay.
Andrew, turn your microphone on. Andrew said it into my ear.
I said the Blues Brothers.
That is
Oh, yeah.
that is correct. I read an excerpt from this new Blues Brothers book. So it showed up in my feed. It must my feed knows I'm a big Blues Brothers fan, you know. So I read this excerpt, which was published in Chicago Magazine. I'm like, oh my God. And I didn't realize at first that it was from an upcoming book. It was the most comprehensive, most informative, educational, fascinating piece I've ever read on the Blues Brothers. It was amazing. So it turns out there's a book. A brand new book was just published last week. And the book is called The Blues Brothers, An Epic Friendship, The Rise of Improv, and the Making of an American Film Classic by Daniel DeVise. And I got the book yesterday. I'm holding it up to MJ TV right now. So I got this book yesterday.
That's cool.
Yep. And I'm telling you right now, I read this passage, which was public. It was about some of the elements of the making of the Blues Brothers. And it was the most detailed. I mean, some of the behind the scenes, fascinating stories, details on how they got the movie made, from, you know, smashing the car through daily plot. I mean, it was just an unbelievable. I was riveted. I mean, there's not much that gets me to zone out of the world completely. But I was, because I'm such a Blues Brothers fan. I mean, I went to see that movie in the summer of 1980 with my grandmother. I went to visit I was 14 years old, and my grandma lived in Hollywood, Florida, and I flew down for like summer vacation. I flew down for like a week or two to visit grandma, and that's the Blues Brothers came out. And grandma took me to see the Blues Brothers. She was like 75 years old at the time.
Yeah.
She took me to see the Blues Brothers. She hated the damn thing. The minute I saw that movie, I'm like, this is the greatest movie of all time.
Right.
So I saw the Blues Brothers on opening weekend in 1980. And so I'm a huge fan. This book, I got the book yesterday, and it's warped. Let me pass this to you guys. I mean,
the book is warped?
Yeah, the book is freaking warped.
Did it get
Like,
wet?
I don't know what happened. It doesn't. I don't see any wetness on the book. So I got to send this back. All right, I want you to look at the pages on the side. Look at the pages in here, and look at the overall condition. I mean, I should send this back to Amazon, right? I mean, take a look at this thing. All right, Roxanne.
Yeah, you know what?
Look at that.
This doesn't pass the test.
Look at that.
No, that's.
Describe what you're looking at.
It's just. Wait a second, but is it? Let me see. It's not warped because of the pictures there. No, it is just kind of like.
Yeah, it has some glossy pages in the middle with
Yeah,
photos
gloss
in
in
it.
the middle.
But it's warped.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Look at it. If you put a little marble right there, the marble would roll right off down into the divot. You're right.
What the hell Michelle said to me, like, every book that she orders from Amazon comes damaged. Michelle's like, you know what? You save some money doing Amazon, but Michelle's like, I'd rather just go to Barnes & Noble and buy it because you can see the book you're getting.
As I'm looking at the pages on the side, they're not flat.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like air pockets between the bottom of the pages.
Let me hold that up to MJ TV. So, I mean, I should probably send this thing back.
I don't blame you at all.
Look at the top. It's more evident when you look at the top.
Yeah, see, this is like warped. The front cover's warped.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you can see it clearly, but
you can see the glossy page line in the middle, and it kind of looks like an 8-year-old drew it.
But, Michelle says, every book that she gets from Amazon is damaged in some fashion. You're telling me that Amazon can't figure out how to ship a book in good shape?
No, what happens, I bet you, is the ones that are seconds get sent to Amazon deliveries in the first.
No, they don't.
If they have seconds, if
they're
they
not
have
shipping defective books or damaged goods to
book.
Amazon.
Who would notice
No,
besides
it's like
you?
it's their handling, or I don't know what it is, or their packing, or the fact that the book is floating around in the box. Going, I don't know. I was just pissed off. I get the book yesterday, and the book is like warped.
Listen, start reading it. By the time you finish reading it, it'll be warped anyway. You're all right.
Oh my! Oh, and Andrew says the reader's warped as well. Okay, I'll agree with that. All right, 9:16 at the MJ Morning Show. Jezelle Bunin, couple of things here. Jezelle and Tom, Tampa Bay residents for a while. You know she hated it here.
Yeah, she wasn't a fan, right?
Well, listen, this area was, and we said this all along, that Jezelle Bunin must have been miserable here because this area is not runway model-esque. I love the Tampa Bay area. I'm a normal guy. But, the highfalutin society type, runway model and cosmopolitan international fashion shows,
That's Miami. That's what she needs. Yeah.
Was the swamp water behind her house on Davis Islands, was that really what, I mean, she wants the billionaire island.
Yeah.
But who's getting that? Is Tom getting that?
Billionaire Bunker.
The Billionaire Bunker Island, where they're
yes.
building that massive house, and of course they split.
I think they have dueling properties, like right near each, like 2 or 3 lots apart.
Anyway, so she never liked it here. This area was not cosmopolitan enough for her. So, yes.
I just got a text message from somebody.
From what?
Who said that I am an author. Amazon sells books they purchase from publishers at a discount. So you got a second.
Ooh.
I'm sending the sucker back. I don't want to.
They're going to send you another warped one because that might be all Amazon has.
Warped. Jeff Bezos, you come to my freaking house and you pick this up and bring me a new one.
All right, fine. I'll pull my yacht up.
I'm not Baldy. Bezos, get to my house and bring me a new book. How dare you ship me this warped new Blues Brothers book? Son of a.
All right, sorry, Jezelle.
Back to Jezelle Bunin. Oh, then I need to talk about carpet, and it's not a euphemism for anything. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Jezelle Bunin. She says that she never, ever, ever, ever eats this particular food. Do you know what it is?
I do, so I'll recuse myself.
Oh, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what are you, smarty pants over there or what?
Little Miss Smarty Pants knows. And I have to tell you, Fester, after you make your guesses, I'm like morphing to MJ Morning Show stories together today. Giselle's story and another one.
Well, listen, I'm not going to drag this out. Just say what it is.
Okay, white sugar.
Yep.
What if she was on the plane that the Patel guy was on, the American Airlines plane, and he was talking about you white blue-eyed devil, and she thinks sugar is the white devil. Because she's so anti-sugar.
No blue eyes.
No blue eyes.
blue
That's
eyes.
how she.
So she doesn't eat any white sugar.
No.
But brown sugar is fine?
Hang on. The claim is that Jezelle Bunin will never, ever, ever eat refined white sugar. Like, the Domino in the, it used to be a 5-pound bag. Now, what is it, 4 pounds? It'll be 3 pounds before you know it. The largest size you'll be able to get is like a packet soon, at the supermarket.
So nothing that has sugar in it either. That would really limit what you're.
That's the point. Do you believe for a minute in all the things that Jezelle Bunin eats? If she goes out, if she's eating somewhere else, you're telling me that she has to, in some ways, eat white sugar, which she claims she never, ever, ever, ever eats. She must consume that in some fashion, some way, somehow.
Right. Wouldn't you think everybody's out to dinner? Let's have a little key lime pie. Let's do a dessert sampler. Oh, no. I'm not touching that. Sugar. Not even going to have a little bite of birthday cake.
I would think the supermodel might be the one to do that, though.
Let me be honest on something here. Now, my weight is really good right now. I'm at among the lowest weight that I've been at in probably 10, 15 years or so. So I'm in pretty good shape weight-wise, and I don't know if it has to do. I have not made ice cream since Thanksgiving. Now, I've had some ice cream because I have a little bit left over, but not a lot. So I've not had a lot of ice cream since Thanksgiving, and, there's a good deal of sugar in the ice. You know what, though? I have made my Hawaiian shave ices, but I haven't had shave ice in a couple of weeks, but that's... to make 1 gallon. If I have listen, this is crazy. You ready for this? My shave ice, and I have a real Fujimarka Hawaiian shave ice machine, the one that the big stands in Hawaii use. I make my own blocks of ice. I order my flavors from Hawaii. To make 1 gallon of syrup. And I don't make a gallon of each flavor. I make 1 gallon of syrup, and then I make like 8 different pints. So 8 pints equal a gallon. So what I do is I make 8 different flavors in my little pouring containers. Do you know how much sugar goes into making 1 gallon of simple syrup? This is the recipe for shave ice, and then you add the flavor concentrate. Take a guess how much sugar goes in.
A lot more than we think.
Just take a guess.
12 pounds.
Come on, that's ridiculous.
I don't know.
It's 5 pounds.
Okay.
It's 5 pounds of sugar go into the container, and then you fill the rest of the container with water. And that's how much sugar goes into Hawaiian shave ice. It's a lot. But
it's a lot.
It is delicious. All right, so Jezelle never eats white sugar, so she says. And the other thing is, she is denying that she cheated on Tom Brady. Do you believe that? So she says that she did not cheat on Tom before the breakup. Do you think that the horizontal bopping came after breaking up with Tom? Or do you think there was any cheating prior to the breakup?
I mean, it sounds like if that's what she said, I would take it at face value. You know?
Take her at her word. I mean,
just
went the other way.
Just asking. And, listen, when you think about Tom and Jezelle, power couple, huge celebrities, good looking, family, tons of money. You think everything that they wanted, but they were not ultimately happy together. So, it just gets you thinking that you could have what visibly appears to be everything, but you potentially have major parts of your life that don't fulfill your needs, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Girl part.
9:23 at the MJ Morning Show. I still have to get into Tiger Woods coming. We got a lot of stuff, and we got a final segment coming up. Also, Styx, Foreigner, John Wayne tickets. Let me give those away right now at 9:24. Let's go. Let's give away Styx, Foreigner, and John Wayne tickets. This is going to be Saturday, July 20th. Going to be a great concert, Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. If you are the 30th caller 30 right now, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Caller 30 right now. Good luck from the MJ Morning Show. And we got a solid segment in just a matter of moments. Hey, if you... I see carpet tile samples.
You can go to like Floor and Decor.
No, you can't. They don't.
They have tile.
They have tile. No, carpet tile. Not tile. See, that's where I thought I was going to go. I thought I was going to go to Floor and Decor, but then I go to the website, and Floor and Decor, they don't have carpet tile. I need.
So
you know, in offices, in offices you have what are they like?
24 by 24.
24 by 24, 18. The carpet tiles, and a lot of them are even self-adhesive.
Yeah.
So a lot of offices have the carpet tiles. So I don't know if I told you this, but the new studio, it's coming together. Apparently, in a couple of weeks, we're going to have the new console. They got me the LSX instead of the LXE rather, instead of the GS. So we got the upgraded console for our studio.
Great.
And what are you saying?
Probably going to fire me at the end of the year anyway.
Yeah,
so
maybe.
Enjoy the new studio, guys.
Who knows? Listen, our contracts, we're
From moment to moment.
They are really. I mean,
They really are.
When it comes to contracts in Florida,
I mean, anything.
I can sign I can sign a contract. I still haven't signed my contract, so we've agreed to everything. I think I'll be signing in the next couple of days. But the deal is that in Florida they could fire you at any moment.
Yeah.
So I mean that's just the way it works around here. So the good news, though, is that while we are here, they're letting me totally design the studio. So Michelle has a great eye. I have the acoustic material, all the color swatches for the acoustical wall tiles, which we're getting all new acoustics on the wall. They wanted to use the old crap, and I threw I'm like, what are you kidding me? This is dingy stained crap from 2004. So we're able to gut the whole room. So we're going to repaint. We are going to put all new wall coverings on. We're moving to a bigger studio down the hall as well.
Do they know yet?
Yeah. Well, does who know what? What?
The other
they know.
studio?
They know.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm
so
asking.
The furniture's being designed, so I had input into the building of all the new furniture where you guys are going to sit, and it's really nice. So Michelle is helping me select the wall coverings, the colored palette. So I need the carpet tile. So, but it's like, where can I go? Where's a showroom where I can see? I need the carpet tiles. Hang on a minute.
What about like Lowe's?
Yeah, I'm looking at Home Depot's site right now, but I don't know if they're all in store though.
And I need samples because I need to be able to take a sample with me because we're putting together. I know the countertop. The countertop is it's a nice gray with flecks and speckles in the countertop. And so we're going to select the wall paint, then the acoustic coverings. So we're just going to make the studio look really, really nice. But I need carpet tile samples. Hang on a minute.
Bob's Carpet and Tile. That's another one.
No, I know Bob's, but I don't know if I went to the Bob's website. I didn't see that they had the carpet squares that are either self-adhesive or you glue down. That's what they want to put in our studio because it's kind of cheap. All right. So,
yeah.
Glenda. Hey, Glenda. Welcome. Glenda's in Tampa calling in. Hello, Glenda.
Hey, MJ. How are you today?
I am doing fine. So, are you going to tell me where I can find carpet tiles?
Right here.
I'm sorry,
Yes,
what?
sir.
Say it again.
You come right here to Flooring Solutions. We're on Benjamin Road in Tampa, and we are a contract commercial company, and we put down tons and tons of carpet tile.
Yeah, that's what you need, a commercial supplier.
Absolutely. Now, do you have samples there? If I come
Yes,
by,
sir.
so if I come by after the morning show today with Michelle,
Yes.
and I've got the color chart from Benjamin Moore, my Walker paints, or Tanner paints.
Yeah.
So good friend of the show is Walker Tanner from Tanner Paints. So I have all the color charts, and then I need to find. We have the countertop sample. I've got all the wall covering samples. So can I walk out with a sample?
Yes, sir, you can. We have a huge library of architectural books, and you can find what you need there, and then I can order you actual samples so you can take home. I can ship them to your house. And
now, Glenda, do you have samples that I can is there, if we find... Yeah. So we can walk into your place, Michelle and I. I mean, literally, we're gonna go work out at 10 after the show, and then right after the workout, if I can drive to Benjamin Road, right near the airport, and I can actually look at samples. We can hold the colors and I can walk out with a sample.
Yes, they are architectural books.
Okay.
But they are the samples. That's what all of our contractors use whenever they're working with architecture.
All right, Glenda.
I don't know if you're getting... Glenda, how big are your samples? Are you talking about... does MJ want to walk out with full tiles?
They're swatches, but like I said, they're in this architectural book. So you pick out what you like, whatever you see.
Okay.
And then I will, you can take the book home if you want to and see what it looks like in your house. But
it's going to be the new MJ Morning Show studio.
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. All right. So, Glenda, what's the name of? We're going to come by today. What's the name of the company?
Okay, good. It's Flooring Solutions. And we're at 7901 Benjamin Road.
All right, I know exactly where that is.
All right.
The fabulous garden light makes the best outdoor landscape lighting. That's right down the street there. All right, Glenda. Yes. Yeah, I'll see you later this morning, Glenda.
Yes, sir. I look forward to it.
You'll be there around 11 a.m.?
Yeah, I'll be here till 4 today.
Okay, Glenda. Thank you for calling in to the MJ Morning Show.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for listening in the office. I appreciate it.
Always. You got it.
Thank you.
Glenda sounds wonderful.
Bye-bye.
Look at that.
I love Glenda.
All right, looks like my carpet solution is solved.
All right, so you're going to leave. Listen, understand, you're not going to walk away with a bunch of fabric samples.
No.
Or pads.
Listen, we're going to put the palette. Michelle knows essentially the palette. We're going to be able to find the carpet for the new studio with these carpet tiles. We'll be able to go there today and find the right carpet. And then she said I could take a book. I'll bring it back to them. But at least we'll have the whole thing done because I have every color sample except the carpet. So we ought to be able to put that to sleep later on. All right. Well, there we go. And then I'll bring in Roxanne. Do you want to see what we're choosing?
I'd love to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll bring it in tomorrow. I'll show because I'm going to show engineering and show the management what I've selected, and it's going to be very tastefully done. The brand new MJ Morning Show studio.
Perfect.
Which man, I never thought this. I thought hell was going to freeze over. Well, it still hasn't happened.
I mean, the devil has, did buy a coat.
They could fire me before I even signed the new contract. Who the hell knows? But as of now, I'm still picking out the carpet.
All right,
what we're making the carpet match the drapes.
We're gonna fire him.
You tell me, Roxanne. All right. All right, so.
I do want to tell you something.
Yes, you're gonna apologize for your meltdown earlier?
I didn't have a meltdown, and I would stop categorizing it as that because the boys do the exact same thing. It's a tough room in here. You got to take it sometimes.
You remember that.
So I have to tell you that I tagged you in an IG story, and I don't know if you saw it or not. Well, it says you saw it. When I was at the supermarket and I did my crazy lying my bar vertically across when you're doing the separator to put your groceries on the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
Oh, you did see it?
I saw the latest one. Yeah.
And did you see what the lady said to me? The cashier?
She said you need a checkup from the neck up.
No.
She's like, the last person who used this was a psychopath.
Yeah. No, she said, I said,
Eileen Warnos did this.
Yes.
Okay. She said, I see this more frequently. She sees it. So I think we're starting a trend. We're getting the word out to try it. And I go, look at all this space I have with this vertically laying bar. Yeah. She told me she lays it diagonally.
All right. If you don't know what we're talking about, Roxanne, a couple of weeks ago, brought to the table, which started a crazy debate here on the show. And you can imagine the conversations that people probably had at home or with friends, that Roxanne maintains that she has learned that the proper way to place the conveyor belt separator, this is at the checkout stand at the supermarket with the conveyor belt, when you put your groceries down, you don't lay it across.
No.
You lay it long ways.
Yes.
To have like separation?
Exactly. But the crazy thing is, maybe you weren't here that day. Yeah, you weren't here. You were not here.
But I've had other people say that that's completely wrong.
Okay, but here's the thing. Don't knock it till you try it. I read it online. I'm not saying I'm the inventor of this. I just came across a little story. Hey, by the way, did you know you're supposed to have your divider like this? I go, let me try it. It gives you so much more space. You don't feel like you're up on that person. And then your, cheese doesn't get next to their fish. You keep your items separate. And then this cashier told me she lays hers diagonally. So to each their own. She's in the business.
What direction does she lay it?
Diagonally.
Do you say egg in the middle of diagonally?
Diagonally.
That's right. Diagonal.
Well, I was keeping my eggs separate from the person behind me, so I laid it diagonally.
Diagonally.
You put your bar.
Yeah.
Wait, that's weird. I've always said diagonally my whole life.
Diagonally.
What is Tiger Woods most worried about right now? Tiger Woods is having an existential situation. Tiger Woods, his career is definitely golf-wise over.
He's
really
a senior now. He's past his prime.
So, arguably the greatest golfer of all time.
I'd put him right up there.
Yeah, listen, Tiger Woods, phenomenal. What at this point in his life, as he's knocking on 50? Tiger Woods, what is he most concerned about?
He's like the cat with 9 lives.
What is the legacy? What is he most concerned that? Let me narrow it down. People will remember him for blank instead of blank.
Winning majors is what he cares. I mean, winning championships is what he cares about, right?
No, people will remember him for doing Perkins waitresses by the dumpster.
All right, that's it. Yeah.
So he said that.
Tiger Woods, apparently, according to sources, Tiger Woods is more concerned now that people are going to have memories of him with situations like
what happened
versus his golf achievements. You look at the 2017 DUI situation.
Who cares?
Fleeing the house when Ellen Nordegren slammed him over the head with a lamp. He flees the house and gets into the Escalade and backs out, drives into a tree, and this is Tiger Woods' mother saying,
What happened?
that was picked up on a neighbor's cell phone. Folks, that is Tiger Woods' mother in Palm Beach Gardens or wherever the heck that was, over in Palm Beach County, when Tiger Woods and his wife at the time got into a fight and he fled and then drove into a tree in the neighborhood. And there was a huge crash.
Right, she caught up on like some of his text messages, and he was asleep. And she started hitting him with a golf club.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
It was crazy. So Tiger Woods flees, drives into a tree, and the Escalade is all wrapped around this tree in the neighborhood. And Tiger Woods' mother, who was at the house, runs out, and this is from a 911 call. This is how it was amazingly clear. A neighbor was calling 911 to report the accident. Tiger Woods' mother runs outside and says,
What happened?
And that's how clear it was, picked up by the neighbor's cell phone as he was calling 911 to report Tiger smashing into a tree. So Tiger's concerned about the 2017 DUI.
I don't remember the 2017 DUI.
Yeah.
I barely
that's
remember
what the mugshot.
Right. I barely remember him flipping over his car.
But the Hyundai or the Genesis that he flipped over out in California, going to like a Hyundai Golf Classic, and he rolled the thing like 27 times. Man, I wish that was an Instagram reel. Wouldn't that be great? All right. Of course, he walked away from that. That was a good commercial for the Genesis SUV, right? So, also all of the women.
Yeah. When you go back to the Tiger Woods affair or the breakup with Elin.
All the sex scandals.
It wasn't he had an affair with a woman and his marriage fell apart, which, we'll get into the morals of that another time. But
was he classified as a sex addict?
He was. I think so.
Did 20 women come forward?
You know what? Yeah.
I mean, he's like the Wilt Chamberlain of golf.
Did he yell 4 before every woman?
No, he named their actual number. 28!
Yeah, you're number 4, you're number 5, you're number 6, you're number 8, number 10.
I mean, Tiger's an amazing golfer, but boy, he pulled out. Well, he pulled off quite the scam.
Okay, we're at the end of the show, so I don't have time to share the story. But another day, I'll share a Tiger Woods story. The day that it all came out, that he got in his car accident and beaten over the head.
Well, is this inside information?
I mean, a little bit. It was just how it unfolded to me. I was a little inside.
All right. Tell us tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, folks, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Thanks for listening. Appreciate it. Have a phenomenal day. The website, always loaded, mjmorningshow.com. Always things up at As Heard on the MJ Morning Show on mjmorningshow.com. You can email me anytime. My private email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. And my Instagram is Certified MJ Radio. And my DMs are open. Have a great day. See you back here tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. And let's be careful out there.